Okay, we're gonna try this again. I guess when I switched profiles to post it to another page, it kind of dumped me. Let me get Michael Bowen back in here. Well, damn it. Huh. Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, we're back again. I don't know what happened there. Let me get everybody back in here. Let me get Michael Bowen in. We were going to talk about this weekend, the fundraiser and the drive we got going on in Old Fort. Let me get Michael in here. Okay, so let's hope this works. Yeah, eventually I'll get used to this shit. Um, why is it not letting me send fucking links to anyone? Close all that out. Let's try it again. Eventually, we'll get this shit down. But there's like 6 groups I have to try to post all the links to and get everything posted to all of them. So bear with me. We will get it back up. Yes, I broke it again. I don't know. I guess when I switched profiles to go to the Distilling 101 page, it somehow disconnected. So let me get it back. You want to jump in here with us, Damon? I'm trying to get the damn link here and share it, and it's not allowing me to share it with the people. There, that's working now. Good. All right, we may be back to normal here, if there's such a thing. I'm gonna get Dan Gray in here this evening and Michael Bowen. We're gonna talk about this weekend and Old Fort and all the plans we have going on then, and hopefully get Jeremy Stewart in here so we can maybe towards the end of the show talk about January 3rd and 4th for Alfredo and Doug Taylor. Let me get all these groups. All right, let's see. We go to. Interesting. Damon, can you do me a huge favor? You hear me, Damon? Yeah, it's posting to all. I'm posting to, let's see, I'm trying to post to militia. Let's see, it should tell me. Um, yeah, militia 101, the 2 YouTubes, 3 YouTubes, I think 2. Fuck. Let's see. Yeah, I need to spend more time in this software. It's not that complicated, so I don't know why I have so much trouble with it. I'm an idiot, I guess. All right.
Yeah, it's not rocket science. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? I don't even see the militia Facebook, and I know I can click that as a destination. Can we add that? Or do we have to start a new one, or can we just add that?
Well, you to start off with, you went to you're on Phil's page instead of the Moonshine Militia page.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I got militia in the YouTube, and I figured, yeah, that may be what. Yeah, change Phil's page for the. Or does Phil mind if we stream to his page, or not want us to, or?
That should be fine.
And then the Facebook militia page is what I thought. I know I added that.
That's not added onto this here because that's not 60 days old yet. So.
Oh, that's why.
That
I knew I added it. That's why it didn't allow it. It just went right on by. Okay, that explains a lot.
That can't be done yet. So
soon we'll get it.
Soon. Yes,
so, man, did you have a good weekend and a good week? Where were you? Tell us about
No.
your trip to Florida. I hadn't talked to you since
No.
you got back from Florida.
No, my I've been no.
I hope your week's been better than mine, Bubba. That's all I can say.
A crappy few weeks.
I've had a shitty 2 weeks, man. I'll be honest. It was shitty 2 weeks.
Oh,
Michael, I'm trying to get back to you, brother. Let me. All right.
Does Bowen need a link?
I want a link to one of the places that we're streaming, but it seems like when
like what?
Hillbilly Moonshine Facebook page. Okay, now I can go there and get a link to watch. Or I guess I just go to the militia, streaming to the militia right now, right?
To the militia YouTube page. It should be
right. I want a Facebook link other than the Distilling 101, or I can use that one. It doesn't matter. That
or Fibblies.
Either one, but I just want a link to one of those pages so I can post that link in all my other groups. I guess I could add those as destinations too. I'm admin and moderator in all of them.
I think you got to be owner. I think.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'll get Phil's right quick.
That way I can post that. Let me pull up all those group pages anyway while you're doing that. Yeah, eventually, this will become a lot easier for me.
All right, what do you want me to send it to? You?
I thought I had it down, but yeah, just sent a message to me.
What's your name again? Joseph.
Asshole. Leo. Asshole. Leo.
There you go. I just sent it over to you.
All right.
That's for Phil's Philbilly Moonshine page. See, he still hasn't gotten. He's been busy as all hell.
Yeah, no, I've been too. Everybody's been freaking busy, man.
This month. Oh, you're right, dude. I don't have a hat on.
Yeah, I got my hat. Here we go.
I don't have one here close to me either. So guess what?
Let's see. All right, let's see. Post my links, Michael. If you're still watching, I'm getting back to you, brother. I'll be sending you a link in just a second. Let me post these to these group pages.
Does Michael Bowen need a link?
Yeah.
To get in here?
Yeah, for a StreamYard link.
This is why you should just let me know, and I can take care of all this stuff for you. See. There you go, Bowen.
I have a big issue doing this shit, but today I think
that way you can just sit there and look pretty, and I can take care of all the links and everything.
Yeah. Before I've switched over there and got the link and went right back, and it didn't have an issue, but this time it disconnected it. So strange. I'm not sure why that happened.
Yeah, I had. I was up by. I was in Manchester yesterday.
You can do the militia and do. I'm not sure how to do the @everyone. I guess you do that in the comments after you post a link. I'll post a link and you do the @everyone. How about that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I just posted.
I don't know if I can do that. I think I got it. Let me see.
In the comments, just put @everyone. They'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday I found out yesterday that at about noon that I had to drive to Manchester, which is 3 hours away.
Oh, that's close to me.
I had to work for 40 minutes, and then I had to turn around from there and then drive to Nashville.
Well, that's not too far from you, is it?
3 hours. Yeah, it took me 3 hours to get there.
It's
Then it took me 4 hours to get to Nashville after that. So
Manchester.
yeah, it's
That's
about it's about 40 minutes east of
northeast of you.
London.
Yeah, it's not far from London. Yeah, northeast of you, or just due north almost.
I only know it was a pin and dick.
All right, there's the new link.
My time in Florida was not fun. Jason Acosta, nothing for my team right now. I got a bunch of stuff. I still got to run a bunch of stuff. I'm supposed to go back to Florida tomorrow.
Yeah, Michael Bowen's first time he's got on a podcast before, and he's like, "Damn, that was easy."
There's that beautiful man. Hold on, I'm gonna put him up top.
Yeah.
Hello.
Any pretty?
Hello. Somebody just.
What's happening, brother? Welcome back.
What's up?
I don't know what happened. I tried to switch and post us in all the different groups and stuff, and somehow it disconnected us. But we're all back together. It's all done.
Yep. I was able
Everything
to jump
now,
on some
but
photos.
sitting around and waiting on Dan.
While we waiting on Dan, what do you want to know?
Oh, it's just so we can talk about this weekend, what's going on, and you can tell everybody. I know he can kind of fill everybody in on the bands that he had and what all they got collected,
We're
what's
not
all
going to have
going on
any.
this
We're not going to
weekend.
have particularly any bands.
Oh no, about what he did, this on
Oh,
the 8th, yeah, and then what we're doing this weekend, and so you know about the events as much as Dan, as far as down there.
I was
So
there. I drove
you're,
up there.
yep,
Yeah, 13 bands started at noon, played until 10 p.m. Big giant pizza joint with a stage and a big dance area and pool
yeah,
tables, and they were closed that day, so they opened up the doors for us, and we were taking up donations coming in at the door with toys, and had a silent auction set up with donated items all along the walls everywhere on tables, and people, they had little bags, and people bought
yep,
tickets and put them in the ticket for the drawings.
awesome,
Raised $1,800,
excellent,
and we ended up somebody drove a U-Haul, 8-foot like covered U-Haul pull behind trailer full of toys they donated.
wow,
Plus,
that's awesome,
we ended up with I think it's Misty, I think, who helped us. She was a trooper at the door helping with everything, got the donations. She took refrigerator boxes and wrapped them in Christmas wrapping, made them look like big giant Christmas boxes,
hmm
and everybody just dropped toys in, and it was overflowing onto the floor. There were so
wow,
many.
excellent,
So yeah, the benefit was great. The food was great. The staff was great. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better place. I mean, I was exhausted because I'd been on the road for a week and a half on that trip, and just got back from Fort Lauderdale for 3.5 weeks. I was down there.
yeah. And that's a pretty big deal for Waverly. That's not the biggest town in Ohio.
It was a
You know,
That was the best place to congregate at because it's plenty of room. You could go out either door, either side, and hang out if people want to go out and smoke or whatever.
right?
And like I said, the food was great. People hung out all day. It was a hangout spot for the day.
Yeah, one of my best friends used to live there. I've been there a couple of times. Once to visit him and once to help bury him. That wasn't good.
Yeah. Well, the bands are great.
So you've been in Florida for how long?
I was there November 5th till the 27th, I think. And then I got home for a couple of days, went to Charlotte for 2 days for Thanksgiving with my sister, back, and then left for Beattyville, where I was there December 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th,
Now what they have
and
going
then,
on?
or no, 5th, 6th. Well, nothing in Beattyville.
Right,
When I go up there, I go hang out with Donnie and Teresa, go stay at
right.
the cabin.
Yeah,
But Irvin or Ravenna is only 20 minutes from
yeah,
Donnie and Teresa, and
right.
I've been going up
Yeah,
there helping them.
I'm just about 20 more minutes away from there. Well, about 30
Oh, okay,
in
because I
Lexington.
was
Yeah,
there. Yeah, I was there on the 7th and the 14th, the Saturday on each side of going up to Ohio and back. And um, the Kentucky Steam Heritage Foundation they're trying to buy the tracks or have access to the sex tracks between Richmond, Kentucky, through Ravenna and into Beattyville. But right now they're just storing the CXX trains there because they've got a little train and they run it, up and down the tracks, and they had kids come and they had Santa waiting at the other end of the tracks, and we had hot chocolate and food set up at one end. It was like maybe an eighth to a quarter of a mile, but everybody got to experience a train, a steam train.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
So
They've done a lot of that with trains around here. They're doing like little pedal tracks, and they've got these cars that drive on their tracks and stuff
Yeah.
on some of the ones that have been shut down over the years. Let's see. I'm
They've
gonna
been
try
doing that gathering they did with all the kids and the train. People buy tickets. They go through the museum and see all the stuff. That's been going on since 2016. There's a guy named Evan Peach. I got his card right here in front of me. Evan Peach. I don't know if you can see that.
Speaking of peach, what y'all drinking?
Yeah, oh, shut up.
I got a little peach left in here.
When I went legal, I had to stop making liquor at home because I didn't want to get in trouble again. I don't know if you guys knew how ALE got me here.
No.
Back last March, I think, March or April, they came to my house and said that somebody said that I was selling liquor at Daytona in Bike Week, end of February, beginning of March. Well, I didn't. So anyway, by then they said, "Oh, we've already gone and walked around your property when you weren't here. We see your stuff in your back room over there." And said, "Can we search?" He said, "If you don't, we'll get a search warrant." So I let them search. They took
You
the
should
still.
let them
They
get a
took
search
about
warrant always.
It's okay. The lead agent actually talked to the DA and we had everything dismissed when I went to court.
Right.
But I lost it still. But still, I was going to lose it either way. They were going to come and search one way or the other. They were following up on a report from Florida because the agent here said, "I would have never come after you for this." He said, "But I had to follow up on a report from Florida."
Right. Weird.
So
that sucks,
from that point on, I quit distilling here at the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, well.
But now I'm legal, so I can distill legally for testing and whatnot.
Right.
I'm creating more of our bamboo stuff. I'm playing around with the grains with the bamboo right now.
Cool.
So that's all new. Nobody's ever done it. So we got FDA holding us up now too, because they need to make sure that it's safe for consumption, and nobody's ever distilled bamboo.
Fred and I, we've talked to pretty great extent about the bamboo and all about the contents and what makes it glow in the dark, fluorescent under a black light and all that stuff. Pretty interesting. And what makes it so smooth and everything. It's a great thing to distill, actually. And actually, believe it or not, there might be some health benefits from some of the
I'm already
compounds that
fully
are in
aware
there.
of all that. Yep.
Yep.
They say cancer curing. They say joint inflammation, gut health. Yeah.
Mental health too. Mental health, actually, with the tyrosine, that's the amino acid that fluoresces in the bamboo itself. And actually, people don't know it, but tryptophan in turkeys is also in the same family, and it's bioluminescent as well under a black light.
That's what puts you to sleep after dinner.
Yeah, that's the one. So I dig getting into the science of it. Some people don't, but I love the science end of it.
So who else are you aware of coming down here to Old Fort?
Well, I know
Damon,
that. Let's see who.
What's in Old Fort? What's going on there? Oh, is that for that Santa thing?
And all those all the toys.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it for that.
Yeah, I'm going down and doing the Santa thing, and Marcus Chapman's going to be there for sure.
Yep.
He helped us last time.
Yeah, look forward to seeing Marcus. He's a great guy.
Yeah, Marcus lives about 20 minutes away. They were actually affected there. Hey, did you guys see this?
I see that bottle's almost empty.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't. Are those on the shelf now?
Hey, Damon. I got refill. This was our very first ever run. And
Yeah.
when Alfredo and I bottled, I think we bottled 34 bottles for samples. Alfredo got bottle number 1. I got bottle number 2. And then he distributed the rest to the other part share or main shareholders. See, we're not owners anymore because we developed a corporation. So now we're
Right.
primary shareholders.
Cool.
Nice.
See, we're all still learning.
LLC, man. So you gotta go.
Well, we got this going on the way it is. We've got other stuff in the works. We're not going to get, you know, you're going to sit and wait for that one. But me and Alfredo, we have, well, Alfredo does, and of course I'm with him. But we got other stuff in the works coming on besides the bamboo stuff, and I've pretty much got my bamboo brandy figured out. Now I'm just playing with barley, oats, Ohio blue, cornmeal, and a smoked pecan wheat. I'm playing around with those flavors.
Nice.
You know, one thing.
Got some.
One thing I noticed about the bamboo is, of course, the smoothness. You know, when you first drink it, you know, it just the softness and the
Yep.
smoothness of something that proof is just something you're not expecting at all. I mean, it's just
Right.
you don't get the bite, and
Right.
I think I think you should come out with a higher proof version of it. You know, to actually pump it up a little bit, because I think if you mix that in a drink, it might get lost. You know, people want to know that at least they're getting some alcohol, but man, I tell you what, it's going to be dangerous. You know, mixed
Well, you
drinks,
know,
because
smooth or not, the alcohol's in there.
yeah, oh yeah, and it's going to be, you know, people are going to be just chugging that stuff because you know you don't sense.
Well, you'll just have to have to
Yeah,
stand by
you
for
know,
the select barrels we do.
people will definitely going to get hammered by it for sure,
You
because
can't give it. You
it's
can't give
just
you everything at
easy to
once.
drink. It's really easy to drink, and I think that will lend very well to making some interesting cocktails. You know, once you start mixing it with other things, the smoothness, and see, it's full of glycerols. Bamboo has a lot of
Right.
glycerols in it, and that's, you know, it's a natural glycerin, and which a lot of people, oh, I don't want that glycerin in mine. All those chemicals, I don't want that. They don't realize that glycerin it's a natural thing. It's
Right.
naturally occurring,
And we're doing all
and
everything natural. We're not post
right,
flavoring anything.
right, yeah.
So if you want to mix it, we got a
That's
lot of
why
different
that's why it's so
suggestions
damn
for mixing.
smooth. Yeah.
I tell you what. So we have mixed it. I've done it with basic Coca-Cola on the fly. You can do mojitos with it. You can do
I think
something
it'll
with
do good with some
mango
juices.
and mango.
Yeah,
A
it'll
mango
do real
juice
well
is
with juices,
phenomenal.
man, because the alcohol will get
Said
lost. The proof
mojito.
will be there. It will be.
What? Say what, Damon?
They'll be
You said
dangerous.
mojito. I like mojito.
Oh yeah,
Mojitos are
that's
awesome.
what we made. So Alfredo and I went to the Miami Rum Festival for the second year, not in a row. We went 2022 and now 2024. His Everglades White Lightning rum was the feature of 2022. 2024 was our bamboo rum with us and our partners. It's
I
over
thought he had
$2,000 to
Navy
get.
proof from.
Navy, that's his Navy strength from the TV show. That's different.
Oh, he
That
can't.
was
Oh,
his
okay.
what he
'Cause
won on the. That's what
right,
he's releasing
he didn't
February 4th
do
or
anything at the
January
rum
4th.
show about that. Or
January
can he?
4th is being released. The Navy Strength rum, spiced rum.
Oh, so it's not been okay. Okay, I see.
But his Everglades White
That's right.
Lightning rum he came out with and distilled at South Florida Distillers after he won the show, and then now with this bamboo rum, we did it in what was it? Drop Zone Distillery is where we went distilled. I think we got about 8.5 gallons, but it was just a sample run, and
Right.
we bottled what we bottled. We were going to bottle more, but some bottles broke in shipment for our sample bottles. We had 44 shipped, or 44 shipped, I think, and I think 9 of them broke on transit.
Damn.
So we were down on that. But so we did the Miami Rum Festival. It was an all-day festival. You're with national rum makers, and a lot of these had the cigar companies affiliated with them. You only saw a few people that made it in America. The rest of them were for all around the world. And I love this event because you meet people from everywhere. We were the feature there, apparently, because everybody has had rum, but nobody's ever had the bamboo rum. And it went
Right.
really well.
Yeah, it's
Mr. Gray in the house.
What's
Hey,
happening,
what's
fellas?
going on, Dan?
How you guys doing?
All
I
right.
was just holding down the
I-
fort
I-
till you got here, since you're taking your sweet ass time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I happened to be at the I was over at the grocery store earlier and I found some filet mignon on sale. So normally I'd come home and probably eat something shitty, but I I seen those. I was like, you know what? That's what's for
So
dinner tonight.
We
You
have
packed up the cooler
at
with filet
Meyer
mignon for
here.
Saturday,
We
right?
have New
Yeah,
York
absolutely.
strips. New York strips, $6.99 a pound,
Yeah,
and we have prime rib roast, $7.99 a pound.
that's not bad for either one of those.
No, sir, it isn't. I just spent about $300 at Meyer.
That's easy to do,
Yes, sir, it is. Especially when you buy them cuts of meat. I love it.
right?
I mean, I broke it down, and I mean, I'm getting 1 3/4 strips for $9 each. Each steak costs $9.
Right.
I mean, and it's just it's a pound and a third. It's
Yeah, if you
22 ounce strip.
if you went to a restaurant, that'd be a $30 steak or
Oh,
more.
30 or 40 easy, yeah, all day. So
So go ahead.
wanted to
This is your thing,
touch up
Joe.
with you guys and talk about this weekend, what's going on. Michael's already filled us in on a lot what's happening. Before we do, though, I got a bone to pick with Mr. Gray coming to my country, doing all these tours, and not even calling old Santa Claus.
You
How
know,
about, tell me Dan is not down here visiting all these distilleries without me. We can,
you know what? You know how that came about? My boss kind of played a trick on me because I was supposed to
oh,
be at work that day, and I got down there. He's like, "Hey, I need you to go down to my place with me in Kentucky and pick up a vehicle down there and bring it back." And when we left, he's like, "That's not what we're doing. We're going to Buffalo Trace."
awesome. Yeah, that's one of my favorite places. That's awesome.
Oh, dude,
That
I scored some really really good stuff too.
I was
Uh,
hearing that.
we was there on
Was it-
E.H. Taylor Day, and so I got some E.H. Taylor small batch, and then we hopped in a line that we thought was the tour that they was doing. We thought we was getting in line for the tour. Well, it was a line for
Right?
it was the 36 bottles of rye, and that's all they
Yeah,
had. And we got bottle 34 and 35.
that's awesome. That
So
that's going to be a pricey bottle. I think it already is actually. But
yeah, I mean it was $139 retail at the
is
distillery.
that a 12-year-old?
I don't know. I didn't pay no attention to it. I'd never even heard of it before. I'd heard of the regular E.H. Taylor. I didn't even know they made a special rye or whatever. So
It's the only
Yeah.
time we'll say we're into 12-year-olds.
right,
Yeah,
no doubt.
Hey
yeah,
Dan, your beer's not gray enough for this podcast.
yeah.
Or this,
He's going to have to quit coloring that thing, man.
right.
It's gray. I don't have as much light shining on mine. That's what it is. It's
Well,
still got a
Mine's
little
not
bit
as
of.
Dan
long.
Gray and not Dan White. So
If
he's
you look at it on the side over here, it's white.
Dan Gray, not white. That's a good one. And in case you don't see me looking at the screen the whole time, it's because I finally am able. I'm motivated to get these photos out. So I got Woolly Worm done. I got 2 different releases for me and Alfredo and the Miami Rum Festival, and so I'm trying to work on that too at the same time. But
man.
so
You're
Dan,
busy.
what's your time frame again? You said 2 to 3 into
For what?
up to where what's his name is, right?
South Mountain.
Coming in Friday.
Yeah, I plan on being at South Mountain Distillery right around 3 o'clock.
Is that where we're going to meet?
Okay.
Yeah, we can meet up there. That's
No.
fine. That's about an hour away from where we're going.
No.
So
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you're gonna have to come where the direction Dan comes. If you come the other way, you're gonna drive an extra 40 miles or more. See, you're coming in and you're coming straight down into Asheville. He's coming down east of Asheville and then west.
Right.
So
right.
are you? Do
I'm
you
just
really want to
wondering
go
if it
South
would be better.
Mountain?
Let me look at my map. I'm just wondering if it would. I'm not going to be able to see anything. Sorry, chat. I'm not able to engage you guys right now. We got.
I'm taking 77 to 40 and cutting over, and then I'll go right past it that way.
Yeah, I knew you were going to South Mountain, but I didn't know people were meeting there because everybody's going to be coming in mostly from like Irwin, Johnson City, Tennessee, 26 right into Asheville that way.
Well, the only people that's
Easiest
going to be
route.
meeting The only people that would be meeting would be me and Bad Santa, because the others are coming down later in the day. So
Okay. Oh, okay. If he wants to go that way, but he was talking about coming in through Tennessee, Knoxville,
gotcha.
and that would be out of the way for him. He needs to come over your way. He needs to start heading east before that, and head over
Right.
and come down
Well,
77.
So
I
my
think
alternative route would be a very time-consuming trip to Pikeville and down
Right.
from Big Stone through Kingsport.
type in Statesville. It'll bring you 77.
See, I can go
Statesville
from
is-
Lexington to see London. Now, if I come from Knoxville, is there a way I could just kind of jump off? Because that's 81.
See, from Knoxville, you will have to go through Newport and hit 2570 over to 26 and down into Asheville from there.
Right. See, I was thinking about going from Knoxville, taking 86 up through Morristown,
Yep, and then through
towards
Newport after that.
Kingsport, and then 26 down to Johnson City and down that way
Exactly.
instead
Yep,
of
that's it.
40.
Yep. No, you're
Yeah,
still going to be on 40. When you get 26 to Asheville, that will turn to 40 going east then for you.
Right.
And you're
right.
going to drive, Joe, you're going to drive right by me for another 45 minutes to get to him that way.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. If you weren't planning on
Okay.
doing
So
the
so
meetup,
let
then
me ask you a question. Going from Knoxville over to 25 in Greenville, would that
And
be
that would take you over Johnson City still.
right? I
Yeah, I
think
don't know
that would
what
be. I don't
I
think
don't know
that'd
what
be
your route
quicker
would
than
be.
going 81 though, really. Because that's
It
going to
should
take me
give you
over to
time.
Irwin or Johnson City just the same.
Right.
And then down. It is going to take me longer to get there though, so I'll leave earlier in the day. But
'Cause
yeah,
I
I
think
don't
Dan is-
want to go through Pikeville and down, 119. God, it'll be.
Dan's a little more east of you, I think. Even though he's north of you, he's
So
also east
Dan,
of you.
what road are you coming south on?
77. So I'll leave Hillsboro, get to 23 and Chillicothe and take that down to 32, and then take probably 32. Well, I'll probably take 23 all the way into Portsmouth, and then go through Ashland and get on 64, and then go over and hit 77. Because I'm about an hour and 15 minutes from Portsmouth, so that's the quickest. Last time I went down 23, but I wanted to stop at South Mountain Distilling. So, for me, it's about 15 extra minutes to go the other way. But all in all, probably better road. So, especially dragging a trailer behind me.
Yeah, 23 is what goes right through Pikeville. That's 23 and 119.
Yeah.
Now,
Right
are you
around
bringing the-
Pikeville. Those roads are pretty steep and hilly right around Pikeville.
That's right.
Yeah. Are you bringing the U-Haul with the toys?
Yeah, because they won't fit in my truck. There's too many.
Oh, I thought you had somebody else that was driving that down, possibly.
So yeah,
What?
it'll be all right. Yeah, I'll make there. I just was curious of which section of 40 was closed.
Right when you leave Tennessee into North Carolina on 40. That's why you have to either go up through Newport and
Just
around, or
Newport to
down the
Greenville.
other ways is he's more consuming.
So just go Newport to Greenville, or just take 81. I guess same shit.
Either way. But like I
Yeah.
said, you can go down 26. You can cross over and hit 77.
All right. So where are we meeting, Dan? What's the name of the town?
Connell's, is it Connellville or Connolly? Something like that.
I'm not sure. Just type in South Mountain Distillery.
Yeah.
It's right off of I-40, literally.
Yeah, he said it's like just maybe a mile off the exit, if that.
Isn't that in Lenore?
Lenore is north of 40, but it's still probably the same area.
Yeah.
It's right. I know it's right around there.
Yeah.
Just
Connolly
know
Springs.
it's east of Morganton.
Yeah, it's Connolly Springs, I
There you
believe.
go. That sounds right.
Yeah, Connolly Springs. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Let's see.
They got a bunch of stuff there I want to pick up, man. He's got a couple of good bourbons there. He's got Nick's peanut butter banana, some JB Raider stuff, and a few others. Probably some of Crazy Chuck's Purple Jesus stuff too. I'll probably get one of those.
Actually,
I've
both
been
the
over there a few times.
JBs, both the JBs are good.
Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna definitely get. I'm gonna get that Honeycrisp apple one he's got.
Yeah, get that one for sure.
Depends on how much money I
That's a
got to
good way
spend.
from Asheville, isn't it?
Say again.
That's a pretty good drive from Asheville.
Probably about an
Just
hour,
up
I'd
and
say.
I'm 20 minutes away from Asheville, so you're driving another 45 out 40.
Yeah, that's an
east.
hour. Yeah. Yeah, I might not meet
But if you
there.
come in from the north right into it, it's not as bad.
Yeah, I may not. Damn.
I mean, it's probably way out of the way for you to go 64 to 77 out of Lexington, ain't it?
That's the long.
And there ain't no real good roads. If you cut down through Moorhead, there's no real good roads to go down that way.
No. So
Yeah,
let
the
me
mountains are
ask
hell.
if
you could probably do 75 down to the Daniel Boone Parkway and get over there that way. I'll take you at least into Kingsport.
so the 40 between the state line and Waynesville is out, right?
Yes. 40
Yeah.
is right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would go to my maps, but I'd
So-
probably lose you guys. I don't know how
Right.
to pull my. I don't have my maps on my laptop.
Let me go.
and I'm
Let me go grab my other phone real quick, and I'll look on it.
Yep.
But Joe, we can
So-
we can figure that out. That's no problem.
I'm just trying to figure if I could go Gatlinburg to Cherokee and over to Maggie. Is that
See, you're betting. See, that is even longer because you're
Okay.
going beyond these roads I'm telling you to take to go south,
right.
then to come east. Your best bet, like I said, is get on whatever route you can get from where. Okay, so the way I came was perfect.
Yeah, just from Knoxville. From Knoxville,
Well, I
which,
came through. No. I came from Beattyville, which is similar.
right.
Come through. Just get through Beattyville and hit. I think it's 30, and then it puts you a bunch of little roads, but then dumps you out on a road that takes you right over to 26. I took some
Right.
like
Yeah, I see what you're talking
I
about.
can't remember.
25.
25.
You
25
went
is
from
a pretty solid
Middlesboro.
road.
You took little roads
Yep.
from Middlesboro.
Yeah, that's it. And it goes through Veterans Park Highway, the Veterans Overlook.
Yeah. I think for me, coming from Lexington, hitting 75 and then doing 81 will take me right to that same area. And
You're
I
right.
think it'll
But
be
if
a
you
little
go
quicker for me.
81, it's going to dump you into Newport on 2570, I think, which
Right,
is good.
and I can hit Greensville
Or
from
over
there.
to Johnson City, Tennessee.
Yeah, I can hit Greensville from there and be on 25, just right where you were, and come straight. That's how I'm
Yeah,
going.
Greenville.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, Greenville and down.
Yeah, but you don't want to
Yep.
go down towards Waynesville and all that stuff.
Right,
It's just
right.
out of the way.
Okay, yeah, and I don't know what 40 looks like on those.
On what?
The last peach in
Oh.
Waynesville area, at Waynesville to Asheville.
From
I hear
Waynesville
it's
to
like
Asheville's
one
fine.
lane.
No, from Waynesville to Asheville's fine. It's just that one section that is up towards Tennessee that the whole road is gone. They can't even
Right.
get one lane each way going yet.
Wow.
Oh, wait till you see, like you go up here into town. I went the other day. First time I've been in Hardee's since the storm because it's been closed. You go in around the back parking lot and park, and you look in the back, and there's nothing but debris and sheds all piled up in fields back there where the water pushed it to.
Yeah,
And they
I
still
hear,
haven't cleaned it up.
It's so sad to see. I thought that a lot of people were already on the road to recovery and everything beginning to normalize. It's not.
Well,
it's
some
not. It's-
areas, but not the hardest hit.
I mean, I'm seeing people, living for scrap wood and trying to find pallets and plywood so they can build makeshift houses until they can get
Oh,
something
yeah.
still.
Yeah. They're
It's-
taking their house where part of it was demoed from the storm and the river or whatever, and they're putting plastic up to live in there because they've got no other way to close the walls up yet.
Man, I want to say what I want to say about FEMA right now. Man, that makes me
No.
mad.
No doubt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been here the whole time, and FEMA. We never saw FEMA here. We saw our local law enforcement, our neighboring law enforcement, and volunteer organizations, and our state militia, aka the North Carolina National Guard, here
Right.
from day one. And that's what got us back up and running to where we had so many donations we didn't even have places to put it. But then winter came, so needs changed. It went from essentials at first. Now we've got some essentials, but then heat and hot tents and clothing, winter clothing became essentials. We've got a lot of food stockpiled up here. We got a lot of clothes stockpiled and toiletries and feminine products, diapers, baby food, formula.
Need heaters, propane
medical-
right now.
Well, those, yes, they're stockpiled, but we're going through it fast. Propane is something that we borrow. We never own it. We rent it basically.
You rent it, yeah.
So we always are going to need that. Our needs are not going to change, but they shift. When it gets warmer, we can get off of propane and start shifting funds into building materials and whatnot.
Right.
But we are getting a lot of people getting put in campers through donations, and we're getting properties where people are getting their campers put. I'm not really in touch with some of those people.
Yeah,
I
saw
sat back
some.
and watched other people that.
Yeah, I've seen
they're
some
dealing
videos
with.
too.
I
And
did a
those
pass
big
through.
FEMA trailers.
We did a pass through with one here. The lady sent me the title. I just had her title it in the person's name down there, and I wanted to say it was probably Irwin, Tennessee, is where we sent it to. And no, take it back. It was what's the city? What's the town that starts with a B that got hit real bad? Burnsville, maybe, or
Yes, Burnsville, Yancey County.
yeah. So it went to That one went to Burnsville. It was a nice camper that somebody gave us. I just told the lady here in Ohio, I said, send me the title and we'll find somebody to take it down there. We had somebody take it down there and meet up with the girl and give it to her. They had a camper, but it got filled with water and it had black mold all through it, or mold basically, and just ruined it. It doesn't take a lot to ruin a camper.
No, it doesn't.
They're pretty easy to strip and redo, though. I've done that a few times.
Yeah, I got stuff still to do on my place here that I just get discouraged because I keep looking at it and it needs to be done. Like working in the yard, I've only had 2 good days in the last 2 months to go outside. It's been rainy or it's been cold.
We've had good days here, but I'm got so much shit going on. I can't.
Yeah, no, I feel
I've been wanting to clean the gutters and get the gutter lights up. I can't find the damn gutter lights. I don't know what I am put them in. I hate getting up there twice and clean the gutters and then go back again and put the lights up. So maybe we'll just go without lights this year.
So now, Michael, I have a question.
Sure.
Coming now, we're going to be coming out of winter here in a few months, going into spring, and we're going to be looking at a whole different set of issues for the people over there. What are we going to be looking for needs at that time?
Maybe labor to help build.
Just to put it in perspective, if I get donations, somebody tells me to come to Ohio or Kentucky and get donations like I have. Mostly I get them out of Kentucky. I get donations from Ohio, but I don't have to bring them back and find a place for them because we set it up. The needs are changing daily. If I have a need today, it'll be different in 7 days. As spring comes, we're still trying to get through winter. We haven't even thought about spring yet.
Well, I'd say, there'll be a lot of building in spring, people, they'll be having everything will be cleaned up. What's that lake? What is it? Lake Weiss or what is it? That lake that was just completely filled with debris.
Lake Lure.
Lake Lure, yeah. Just
Lure.
man.
What about you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Griggs because they do that. The folks that donated the semi truck in Texas, they have people that they know people that do those cleanup type of things like that. So I'll reach out to them and see if they might know somebody that coming up in springtime, maybe we can get you something together to get over there. I know it's I'm trying to look to the future now. I know winter time's here now.
I'm thinking in spring we could focus on doing more things to raise money where people need money even more so than help. Like you can
Okay.
have all the physical help you need, but without the materials to put that physical help to use at. So
Gotcha.
with festivals, it's a warmer season. You can have bands, you can have functions. People are more apt to get out in warmer weather than they are in the freezing cold. Um,
Yeah.
I'm
That's why I
not
say,
exactly.
there'll be a lot more people willing to put in some manpower to help. I think we need volunteers to maybe help go build. Anybody with any construction knowledge,
But like you said there, I mean, even if we have volunteers, we need the actual hardware.
Right. Well,
So I'm sure we can get
Lumber,
plenty of donations
lumber,
for.
screws, doors, windows. You know,
yeah. Just start
I
soliciting,
am in building,
those.
so yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Habitat for Humanity. We can actually get them involved a little more and maybe use them for their purpose instead of selling
Maybe, but
discounted stuff.
we had people that couldn't even get Goodwill to donate stuff when we needed
Well,
it.
Goodwill's
And
hopefully Habitat for Humanity is better than Goodwill.
well,
Goodwill's
we would
Sure.
go. All right, so Silverado's was one
Same
of our
boat.
main distributions down here.
Yeah.
They closed this whole music venue down, and their stage and their viewing area
Yep.
was all nothing but donation stuff, and still is. The guy hasn't even been open for business since the storm hit. And it's ridiculous. You go an eighth of a mile down the road, there's Goodwill with stuff that people need: clothes, warm stuff, blankets. They wouldn't donate anything, so
no,
people would.
I can't stand them. I hate Goodwill.
Yeah, when we got
Well,
it's a money making venture. It's not
Yeah.
the Goodwill is not for our Goodwill. It's
Corporation.
for their
No.
Goodwill.
Yeah, it's
Corporation now.
well, the good thing it does it employs some special needs individuals. So that's the good thing that it does. But
That,
Right.
in other words, that's where Santa works. Is what he's
yeah,
trying to say.
yeah, that's where I got all my experience.
No, that's where the elves work.
Yeah,
That's where the people that work there are the elves.
There you are.
so on my way down there the first time, I stopped in Irwin, Tennessee to drop off some new baby beds that I had. And there was a Goodwill right next door. And those people there at that collection center were pissed at Goodwill because Goodwill was taking stuff in. People was bringing
Yeah.
stuff by the truckloads there to give out to people. And Goodwill was taking it in there and slapping a damn price tag on it.
yeah, it
Yep,
sucks.
yep.
So, and to that, I say, fuck them. Fuck
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
about them for doing that.
Yeah.
I've never liked Goodwill or Red Cross.
No.
Nope,
Well,
them neither.
Salvation Army's not a whole lot different. I mean,
No, they're the same.
yeah, I mean,
Good.
I was in Florida and it was after a hurricane and there was a big need for clothing and stuff and so I took a bunch of my old clothes and I took it there and I walked in and I didn't, I was naive at the time. I was young, I was in my 20s and I walked in and I saw price tags on everything. And I always thought that you just go in there and get stuff for like a nickel, like a yard sale.
No.
And it was like $5 and $10. And this was back in the 80s. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, people donate this and you sell it? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, why the hell would I donate to you if you're going to sell it to somebody poor? And I'm like, hell with that. And I walked outside. There was a bunch of people standing around the store. And I'm like, y'all want to pick through any of this and see what you want? And they were like, yeah. And man, they started tearing through the shit. And I'm like, have at it, man. It's yours. I'm damn sure not giving it to the guys inside. So, yeah. I'll never do any of those type stores again, man. I like seeing it go into the hands of need.
Yep.
All right, so let's get back on track. Let's get back on track with this, Joe. Because if you
All
got
right.
any questions for me or Dan, you got any questions of me?
Well,
Also,
I know we're
went by the
going
gazebo-
12 to 5 in Old Fort.
Yep.
And there's going to be food. What kind of festivities? See, Damon might come. You mentioned food.
Right.
Well, we're gonna probably do like burgers. Dan orders some tenderloin from a butcher market that he's gonna pick up on the way in. I got hot chocolate we're gonna get set up. Chili we're gonna make. Also, Dan, I went by the gazebo today, and there is like a 4-way electrical box attached to the gazebo.
Okay.
So
Cool.
we got power there without even using the bank's electric.
That'll work.
Cool.
Really, the only thing I'll need electric for, since we're doing everything during the daylight hours, is just something to play music with, and to run that propane heater. I've got a propane salamander I'm gonna bring with me, that we can use just to have some heat that blows in towards the tent or whatever. Where Dad Santa will be sitting out. We'll cook him, man. He'll lose 75 pounds sitting in there. Don't dress light underneath, man.
Yeah, no shit, man.
It,
Those Santa
well,
suits
just
and
so
these
you
hats,
know,
they're freaking hot.
the temps for Saturday are 42 for a high and
Oh,
30
good.
for the low.
All right, good. I was afraid it's going to be like another 60-degree day, and I'm going to be cooking in that suit,
Right.
man.
Yeah, 40 degrees is actually pretty good. I'll take it.
Perfect. I'm happy.
Also, Dan, my buddy with the mechanic shop that has the band is playing. It's his lead singer's birthday. They're playing downtown in Marion, or not downtown, well, close to downtown in Marion.
Yeah.
And they're playing that night, Saturday night.
Okay,
And
cool.
there's a pretty cool little restaurant that we could go to after we're done, cleaned up, packed up, and then we can all get dinner before we go out to the show.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Winter chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Have you heard back
So,
from Desiree?
Dan, you need to
Yeah, she'll be there on Saturday.
text
And
me
Misty?
the address for the VRBO.
What's that?
Text me the address for the VRBO,
Oh yeah, we'll do.
and
Yep.
I'll meet you there, I guess, Friday. Because I don't think I'm gonna drive that extra hour just to go to the South Mountain. I'd like to, but that's 2 hours extra, and I'll probably won't be getting out until 10, and it's gonna
Right.
take a little extra time because I'm gonna have to take some back roads. So, yeah,
Understandable.
maybe Sunday.
Yeah, they're open. I think they're open on Sunday. So
You want to hit it Sunday instead on the way out, maybe?
let me check and make sure. I know for sure they're open on Saturday. I'll have to check on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
because
sure.
I could, I won't be pressed for time on Sunday.
Well,
I can,
actually, I don't know that we have liquor sales on Sunday in North Carolina, but I don't know about the distillery.
right.
Maybe a whole different thing versus a bar.
Yeah, sometimes their licenses are different.
But that may have
Well,
even
Gage.
changed. I don't even know anymore. I drink illegally all the time anyway, so I don't know what's legal and what isn't.
Right.
I don't know. I drink whenever I want to drink. Doesn't matter what time or what day it is.
You tell me don't go to liquor stores very often.
No, I haven't. That's the great thing about making liquor is you don't have to.
Yeah, that's right. I only go there when I want the good stuff, and I'll just, get some good.
When I want the good stuff, I make it.
Shit, I don't know. I can't beat Elijah Craig, man. I can't beat Elijah. Well, I've got some that compete with it, but I'm a bourbon freak, man, and I love Elijah Craig. It's barrel proof stuff. It's awesome, man.
My bourbon was all over the West Coast, and they loved it.
Oh, mine's good, but it's I just don't have the patience to stage it 12 years.
All right. So, anything else?
No, but I want you to get up with Tom and kind of hook up. You probably have one of the best event calendars of everybody because you're at every freaking event in the United States. So we need to get with you and
That
maybe
is true, Michael
share
Bowen.
your event calendar and keep us informed on what's going on everywhere. Because I mean, you're the man when it comes to events and everything happening. You're all over the place. So.
Yeah, well, it just started 4 years ago, and it started with the Moonshine and Mud with John Boy, from John Boy's Barbecue.
Right.
And he got me my first festival to do after the documentary that we did.
Right.
And we did Moonshine American Heritage. Then we did that. Then I ended up at Valley, Maggie Valley for the Hillbilly Jam.
Right.
And next thing you know,
that's where we met. That's when we met.
Yep. Then Pam Sutton reached out to me. Then I ended up in Franklin County, Virginia. And then I ended up at Tim Smith's this past year. And they got the Seafood Festival down in the Everglades every year down there. Me and Alfredo hit. What's Prohibition Hot Rod Moonshine Festival? That Dan, when you go over there to see him on Friday on the way in at South Mountain, you're within minutes of Hickory Motor Speedway.
Oh yeah,
where we do that Prohibition Hot Rod Moonshine Festival in October. And
Cool.
just by chance, these guys like you, Dan, see my photos and they reach out and, hey, come shoot the festival. Next thing
Yeah.
you know, I'm locked in. I'm doing it years in a row.
It's awesome, man.
But
Yeah, Mike,
Brandon,
if you
you let
can-
me know.
Michael, if you have a list of events, if you could like shoot that over to me, because I want to put
I
together
don't
a
really have a
calendar.
list.
Right.
I just kind of, I know some of them you finish up the event, you don't know the actual date for the next year. You just know around what time of the month it
Right.
is.
Okay, I
I guess
gotcha.
I could put a list together. I mean, I am kind of lazy about that, but I'll
Yeah,
get a
we're trying to-
calendar together for you.
We're trying to put together a calendar to release on the militia page, so that way everybody knows what's coming up and what's going on.
Okay.
So that way everybody can go.
Have that
I can do that.
one place that they can check and see what's going on, or kind of schedule their vacations around and plan for things. And it helps a lot because there's just so much going on in so many places, man. I mean, and a lot of it, we've got members and stuff, they don't know what's going on. It's in their own damn backyard, and it's like, hell, I never knew that was there.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, they
you
had
know-
like the Bigfoot Festival and Hazard Fest, and I
Right.
did each of those. But they like one would fizzle because the main guy running the show wouldn't pay anybody, so nobody got
Right.
paid, so it wouldn't happen the next year. The other one, Cumberland Gap for the White Lightning Trail Festival up in Cumberland Gap, beautiful place. But the person that ran the event, she was committed to the town, and the person committed to the county was getting all the funds. So the town girl, she dropped out, and the way she did it was shitty because she didn't let anybody know. She didn't contact anybody. She didn't respond to anybody. Here I am. I got brought in last year to bring in Richard Landry and Amanda Bryant and Alfredo and help get some Airbnbs, get some musicians to come and play, just to get them a place to stay, which we did with donations, and food to eat, which we got from people donating food because they didn't have to pay to set up. So we worked all that out with everybody to not have to pay all that extra money out. Then she drops out of it and doesn't even respond to me for almost a year. I mean, I've got Mark and Huck, Mark Rogers and Huck wanting to come up, and Amanda, and she wouldn't respond. We didn't know what to do, so we had to make other amendments. Now the county lady's going to take over. What's his name with the still company Kevin Gordon actually introduced me to the lady, and we had a great festival, but she just dropped out. But Kevin Gordon's in touch with the other lady, and we're supposed to get that White Lightning Trail Festival going. We literally had permission from the police and ran a still at that festival. Sure did. You can get away with some distill, you can bring your stills out in Kentucky. You can't bring them out in Virginia without a permit. Tennessee, you can have your still out in Tennessee, but North Carolina you can't. So you got to kind of know what state you're in to know what you can bring out to public. Maggie Valley next year is going to be really, really strict, I think. There's been some complaints among the higher echelon about people just flaunting it out in the parking lots. They're at the hotel. Everybody's out there drinking shine everywhere. Well, that shit's illegal. But they got to where they think they're bulletproof. So we got to be careful next year and not be so, out in front of God and everybody.
Well, let me ask you: do you like Arkansas?
No. I had one bad experience in Arkansas where I went to Conway, Arkansas, going from East Coast to West Coast, and it was a dry town with a college. So what does that tell you? We had to literally go to the steakhouse, or Ruby Tuesday or something was the only place that had a liquor license. All the churches bought all the liquor permits up in the county, so nobody could get a liquor permit.
Well, I asked because they have this huge Ozark Moonshine and Music Festival out there. We went last year, or this past when was it, November?
Right.
Spectacular place. They were unaware that the moonshine community was as big as it was. And they are actively trying to get more of us moonshiners out there. So,
Right.
trying to get people to think about it for next year.
Well, my main thing is
Santa, you're muted, by the way. So, Santa, we can't hear you, Santa.
Drunkle? we got a new addition. Besides the dog's ass at Dan's.
Nobody told me I was muted. Nobody, so I was saying, earlier we were talking about Maggie is getting stricter and stricter. I'm afraid they're going to get so strict. It's going to hurt the celebration, the festival.
Well, it already has.
Yeah, I mean,
it already has.
To a little bit. I mean, last year was fun. It was fine, but if we can't go out in the parking lot at the hotel and they're going to crack down on that, then it's just not going to be as fun if we don't have a place.
Well, no, I'm not saying you just got to stop doing it. You just got to be a little bit more stealthy and not just like it's not illegal. You got to remember it is illegal. So when you set up a table or you have liquor everywhere in open jars, and you never know who's going to walk through the parking lot. It's just common sense at that point.
Yeah.
So
it's
would
nice.
You be?
It's nice to do that, but it's not feasible anymore.
Yeah.
It is
unless you're in a
bottle.
state. Like,
come on, I'm trying to get down the line. Well, that's what I mean. There's other festivals that are starting up and opening up as well, and that's why this Ozark Moonshine. I'm a big advocate for it. We had a great time out there this past year. They treated us so good. I'm trying to get more and more people to come out there this next year. They treated us really well, and
great people too. I mean, it reminded me of home back in Eastern Kentucky, man.
Before we even set up, before we even set up, they told us we want you guys back here next year. And we were setting up there, collecting donations and stuff for we were having them delivered out to Maggie Valley. But they were like, we want you guys back here next year.
Yeah, they're great people, man.
So,
what's the laws there, and how lax were they with people drinking and hanging out like that?
Very lax.
Lone Star, the band Lone Star, came over there. They sent somebody over. We didn't have anything because that's not why we were there. But the band Lone Star sent somebody down asking us, "Hey, do you guys got any moonshine? Lone Star, what?" We're like, "No, we don't have any. That's not why we're here." So.
I'm talking to Troy Hall over here.
Yeah, that more.
Well,
yeah.
Like, okay, so when I went to Ohio, it was just really laid back. Everybody was calm. Everybody was drinking, but we didn't worry about it. We were on a campground and stuff too.
Yeah, it was
awesome. Maggie is North Carolina. North Carolina is not Ohio.
Yeah.
Kentucky is a little bit different, a little bit more laid back.
Well, it depends on where
Virginia
you go.
is not as laid back.
Awesome, they're cool there too.
Yeah.
Well,
Arkansas, I was just trying to get the feel for Arkansas. If
they're cool.
My question would be, if they don't have somebody to come and shoot the festival.
Well, I mean, I don't mind shooting any festival, and I don't usually put a price tag on it, but I do like to have somebody kind of hook me up on a place to stay, and I usually end up buying my food, paying for my gas to get there and back.
All that.
This is one thing, Mike. They hooked us up. All of us there. They gave us
podcast.
All of our meals were taken care of, and they weren't like some microwave. They had people there preparing meals for us,
like grandma
and dinner, and they were like prepared to eat meals.
Meal, yeah, it good. It
So,
was awesome.
It's good stuff.
Well, no, that
Breakfast,
sounds really
lunch,
cool.
and supper. I mean, they definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely reach out to them and see if.
It had some good music there. I remember one of us went over to the. I'm not sure if it was Lone Star. I think Lone Star was playing when one of us went up and dropped his jar on the stage, and it rolled. Toby dropped his jar and it rolled. I think the keyboard player went over and stopped it with his boot and just kept right on playing and picked that sucker up. And I guess they had a drink after the show. That was kind of.
What's the dates of that festival?
Whatever Roger's falling off
there. They're supposed to get back in touch with me at the beginning of the year.
A lot, because I got a lot going on.
Yeah, I'll
But
find out.
what month is it? What month? Is
November.
No,
Was it November?
October.
October.
Halloween. Yeah. It's like Halloween.
They're
Right?
looking at changing the
okay,
dates.
Yeah.
They're looking
Well,
at changing the dates because they had a bunch of stuff going on.
so speaking of festivals and things that we can do in a festival, the other festival that I do this year, it'll expand and get a little bit bigger too. We have the fortunate thing here in Ohio of a thing called a Dora Law. So the Hillsborough event, you can come drink downtown, carry around whatever you want anywhere inside the Dora district as long as you got it within the Dora district. So it's like several city blocks.
Right.
So
Okay. When is that?
Now, have they permitted smoking in public outdoors there yet,
not
or
yet. It's
gray?
too new in
Is that a
Ohio for
gray
that.
area?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to do anything to you about it, but other than saying, hey, just walk around the corner or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, just don't be blatant about stuff, and you can do whatever you want. But when you start
Yeah.
acting like it's legal, that's where they have an issue. You got to be
The good thing
respectful
about
of the officials.
the good thing about the Farm to Bottle Festival is it's self-contained within a fairgrounds, and pretty much the liquor license for people to have stuff. You can drink whatever you want in the campgrounds. The rest of the liquor license covers basically the rest of the fairgrounds. So the only difference is you just can't carry it from the campgrounds into the
Right.
fairground part. Pretty
And
much.
it was
Right.
so cool this year, man. If it
But the
doesn't
way the
change,
music was set up, you could sit in your campground and listen to the music.
exactly.
So
It was perfect, man. It's if I had to pick a favorite, that's my favorite of all the festivals I've been to.
I would say that Farm to
Hey,
Bottle is
everybody
my
get your
favorite.
dogs.
Then
Everybody get your
then
dogs.
Beattyville.
Yeah, Beattyville was pretty cool, laid back, easy going. I mean,
Mm.
I'm afraid that's going to change though. I'm afraid, because I'm not going to say anything because I know it'll ruin it. So I'm just saying, be there if you want to experience something that unlike you've ever seen. Freedom to do pretty much what you want. I guess is close to Oregon and what is it, Washington as you're going to get Portland because they just look the other way, man. I mean, there were people smoking on the main street.
Cops walking up and
I
down
was
Main Street
sitting.
all day
Yeah, I
long.
mean, you could smell that burning, and no,
I
they
was
didn't give a
sitting at a
shit.
picnic
People
table
handing
Fucking
out samples of
passing
moonshine,
passing
people
jars
walking out
everywhere.
moonshine.
in front
As
of
long as you
Shine
don't get
Distillery,
crazy,
passing
fight,
jars. There's
start
a
some shit.
dispensary that block. Yep.
Yep.
They should have
Me
got
and
me for
Roger,
drunk
man, we
driving.
hit those legal dispensaries hard. There's samples at the Yazoo there. I mean, we were sampling. Well, I can't tell now. I don't know how many damn shots we did, man.
Oh
But we
God.
must have done like 20 or 30 shots getting those within
Yeah, I was
like a
pretty
30
fucked up by
minute.
the end of it.
Yeah, I was, man. I was speaking in colors, man. I was, whew.
tell you what, I've spent a lot of time the last year or two talking to people at the state liquor board here for different reasons, and they're actually usually pretty helpful, letting me know what I can and can't do.
Right.
And I was supposed to try and do bottle sales this year, and I contacted him in July. Well, that guy got back to me in mid-November for the call that I made in July. So they're a
Right.
little bit slow. And he's like, "Man, I think I already missed the festival." I say, "Yeah, it's over about a month and a half ago." He says, "Well," he says, "now you got my direct phone number. You don't have to try and figure out who the right person is." He said, "Me and you can just do a one-on-one dialogue." And he says, "We will work through the process of getting bottle sales there next year."
Right.
That'd be
Awesome.
He
And
badass.
says,
you know
he
what?
said,
What
if
was
it's
cool,
if it's any way that we can feasibly do it, he'll make it happen.
and you know what's cool? They also allowed Big Easy to come in there, set up a big steel, run
Yep.
water through it, in a
Yeah, nobody cares
demonstration
about
and
that.
stuff. And a lot of places won't allow that either. Maggie. They need the money, and I love that place, and I want to see them do better, but they're going to jump. They're going to bite their nose to spite their face if they keep with this
I've been
strictly.
going there for 4 years now, and it's
Yeah,
changed from the first year
it
all the way to
has.
this
It's gotten
past
worse
year.
every year. It's just like Call of Duty. It's worse every damn season.
Guys, I got to take my dog out.
All right.
I'll leave it on and come back to it.
Okay, I was gonna say
All
we'll
right,
be
Mike.
here.
I don't know. Season 6
But
is
hey,
pretty good.
hey, Dan, Damon, Santa, made it.
What's happening? How you doing,
I,
Roger?
I'm doing make it day by
Yeah.
day.
Good to see you back on here. It's been a while, man. It's like
Yeah. Well, you know,
if it's not deer hunting,
Got to
it's
do the
going
husbandly
to
duties once in a while.
Michigan. If it ain't going to Michigan, it's back to deer hunting, back to, and then sick. It's like, man, you're like the kid
Been
that don't
rough.
ever go to school. You got all kinds of excuses. I'm gonna have to start checking. I'm gonna have to get rental excuse next
Start checking
time.
into them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll be off when they do that surgery. I'm gonna be off for a couple of weeks.
So was that RSV that you had, that virus that you had?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
figured
turned
that's
out
what
to
it
be.
was. Yeah,
That
it's
was a
going
son of a
around, man. I
bitch.
thought I had it the other day. My throat was getting scratchy. I fucking hit the shine immediately.
Yeah,
Mhm.
do some 100 proof and you'll be all right.
Yeah,
Oh, it's got to be 100. It can't be 120.
Well, at least
Gotta be
100.
130. Well, this is the yeah.
I
This
do.
is
I did some 145.
So I'm gonna bring some peach. I'll probably bring you a little sample of the. You haven't had my grappa, have you, or have you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
All right. Well,
Terrible.
I'll bring you a little something to grab. There's only like a quart and a half of that left in existence, unless
Terrible.
Big Easy still has a lot of his left. I gave him a quart.
How's your liquor making, Dan? Coming
No, I
along?
ain't done any. I haven't done none since September.
Either have I. Haven't run a drop since I went up there.
Yeah, the last bunch I ran was about a week before the festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same here. Well, days before the
Well, I've got
festival.
mashes going. I've got some apple and some always some berries and some fruit going. But
Oh,
I've
I got
some
the
apple.
stuff for it. I had Vaughn brought me 100 pounds of Ohio Blue, and I think I got 100 pounds of Bloody Butcher or Argentina Orange, one of the two.
Oh,
So I
you
mean, I
better hope
got
it's an
plenty of
orange,
stuff,
man.
and I got 300 pounds of pineapple that's in bags right now that I can use.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got enough.
You
I
should
got enough
try
to
a
last a
combo
while.
of that blue and orange.
As soon as I
What-
got back, it was deer season, so I went right to deer hunting, and then it's been 50-pound bag after 50-pound bag up on my hill feeding them fuckers. I've got
Dang.
$780 in the corn up on that hill this year.
Mainly, what I've done the last month or two has been the stuff I did run and I had. I've been doing some rapid age bourbon and doing some flavoring, just playing around with that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
best way to learn is just experiment.
Yeah, I got another barrel coming in. 2 15s.
So do I.
You got a 15 coming in?
No, I got a 5.
Oh, I got a 15.
Did you buy one off of Wes?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
getting one of those West
I got
barrels.
another one of
There's
those
a rapid
15s.
age I
Toby,
started about
Thank
probably
you,
a
Toby.
month ago, and it's getting pretty good color to it now. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Lay it on its side. Don't stand it up. Lay it on its side.
Yeah, I got some of those hillbilly glass barrels in my closet in there. I got a cherry and an oak. Been going at it about a month or so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust those out here probably in January.
Dan, I get that
Yep.
color in 5 days. Dan, I get that
Yeah.
color in 5 days. Yep. Whole weather and stand it up and then turn it upside down twice a day.
Put it, and
Yeah.
then you can put it in your freezer or fridge, and then take it for
Well,
24
I don't
hours,
do
then
the
take it back
freezer, but
out.
It does do better in cold weather.
Yeah.
I found.
Well, I've done them both ways. I've tried them every way you can, and like I found what worked best was put it in the fridge for 24 hours or a freezer, then pull it out for 24, put it back in, and keep
True.
shaking it around.
Expand,
But-
contract, yeah.
Yeah.
Damon, get me dates on that festival and a contact person. And Dan, get me dates on that other festival of yours. And I guess you're the contact person, so
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll send you over his info.
Well, of course, I do Rock the Block too, which it kind of sucks because it's the same weekend as Maggie Valley, but
oh yeah, that won't work for me.
yeah.
Tucker.
Man, I just hope
Get up
Maggie
here.
didn't go. I mean, I love that place, man, and the people there. She's good. I'd hate to see it mess it up, man.
Yeah, well,
But
I don't know.
mean, they're a victim of their state, you know, and it's not a local issue; it's a state issue, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, buddy.
And they just don't want to. They don't want to get in trouble, you know. They don't have to deal with the state while we leave. They're left dealing with it, you know. That ain't cool
Yeah.
either. And I want Becky get in trouble. She's a sweetheart.
Won't get out. Now. Damn.
But I do. That and Beattyville and Farm to Bottle, and I guess Arkansas are my 4 favorites now. Those are my biggies that I
Well,
go
have you ever
to.
been to Popcorn Jam?
I've
Yeah.
not been. I've not been. I think somebody said I was there, with my bodyguards or some stupid shit, but I've never been to Popcorn
Nah.
Jam yet.
I've been to
Now, those
Popcorn
are
Jam.
fundraisers.
So I don't know. I try to just do that or Maggie, and I've always chosen Maggie. But if things change and it's a little cooler in because that's in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it's in
It's
Newport.
only 45.
Yeah,
It's only an hour away.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different, I guess. It's more lenient on people, or is it?
That one's in July.
Right.
That one's
Yeah.
in July. And
Same
Becky's
time,
in
Maggie.
June.
Not the same
Oh
week.
no, wait a
but
minute, the other way around. June is Beattyville and Popcorn Jam a week apart, and
Yeah.
then in July is Becky's.
Right.
I'm gonna try to get the old lady to take more time off this coming summer at more of the festivals. It sucks. She works weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that growing up, and I hated it.
It only sucks when you love them.
Well,
Yeah, you must love her.
yeah.
Oh,
I know I ain't taking my
puts up
truck
with
down
you,
these
right?
damn festivals.
some guys
Golly.
out there would be like, man, I wish my old lady worked every damn weekend.
I actually tend to miss her after Friday. I mean, she leaves Friday and Friday night when she ain't in that bed. I mean, she's gone all weekend. It sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
Wake up cuddling to the dogs, one of them at least every night.
Well, hopefully, by the time we get to all these festivals this summer and fall, gas prices will be a little cheaper, and we'll be able to
Yeah.
travel to the damn things a little less expensively.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless I get a new truck this coming year, I ain't
Yeah,
taking
once
my
we
truck
change
down
a
to
few
these
of those
festivals.
regulations back the way they need to be, as far as oil production, we'll be back to where we needed to be.
Come here.
So I guess I'll go in there and fill this one up before I go
Come
this
here.
weekend. So I'm gonna bring some of my peach. I guess I've got some banana brandy. I've got some little bit of grappa.
Hey, Michael,
I would say
Is
a
it?
little bit.
Yes, sir.
And root beer. I've got a
is
lot of root.
there a place down there we can fill some small tanks of propane if I need it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what the supply was on that, but I've got a.
Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware is just actually Ace Hardware is right before Piggly Wiggly.
Cool. And they
Piggly
fill it there, or
Wiggly.
you just is it
Yep. No,
is it an
you
exchange or they fill it?
They fill it.
Okay, cool, good deal.
Come on.
Michael, you used this yet?
No, I just got my pectic enzyme in the mail today.
Sweet.
Pineapple.
Yeah, those are on sale here right now. Buy one get one free.
Yeah,
So
I've
we're
only got 100
so we're
pounds.
cantaloupes,
Thank you,
man.
Dan.
I was like, damn, $1.50 for a cantaloupe. I had to get a couple of them.
All right, I need about 400 pounds of that pineapple then.
I got about 350 of it. There's my 3 bottles of Rapid Age. I'm starting with 3 flavored ones. There's this one's vanilla, that one's cherry, and that one's what is it? Oh, maple.
Yeah.
What are you flavoring with? The Monins?
What's the base
This
spirit?
is flavored with just vanilla beans.
Mm.
Yeah.
What's your base spirit? Grain, corn?
Yeah, grain. It was the trying to think. I don't remember which mix it was. I didn't keep that. Well, this one, yeah, it doesn't say.
So you're doing like split brandies? You're doing grains and fruit at the same time, or
This one's
mountain
just
brandy?
bean. This one's just vanilla bean with basically
Oh, so
wood
that's
chips and
post. It's just post.
yeah.
So all of them
This
are just
one,
post flavor and a grain.
this one's got cherries in it,
Right.
and it's got some wood chips in it. And then this one's got maple, some kind of. Let me see what this is. Something I bought off of Amazon. It's organic maple bourbon wood chips.
Cool.
Huh.
So
I ain't seen those before.
That's some fancy shit there. That
Yeah.
is.
there it is, right there.
Somebody told me that plum stuff's pretty good too.
What? I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna sit there and rub your belly all night.
The plum. It's kind of new, I guess, for the guys that do a lot of smoking. The plum chips.
What?
Those are
Who do you
pretty
want to
good
send a
from what
pic
I've
to,
heard.
Tony?
I've not tried them.
You can't really send a pic
Yeah,
on
I'm not
here.
sure. I don't think you can, Tony.
You got to send it to somebody via messenger.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I
Santa,
haven't been paying attention to chat, huh?
Santa Domingo, have you been to Glen Springs Distillery there?
No,
Have you been to Castle and Key?
no, but I saw those at Beattyville.
One beer.
So
I mean, Roger hit them pretty hard.
this Glens Creek, they bought the old Crow Distillery,
Okay,
and then the Castle and Key is the old Taylor Distillery.
right.
But Castle and Key, I didn't
Yeah,
get none
they're
of their
Frankfurt,
bourbon.
right?
I didn't get none of the
Castle and
bourbon
Key.
at Castle and Key, but I did get their gin, and I'm gonna try to. I did a sample of it there. This gin was actually good. I don't like gin, but this is good. It's
Did you
kind of
stop
like
by there in Frankfurt while you were down here?
what's that?
Did you stop by there while you were down here this past week?
Yeah, I stopped. We stopped at 5 distilleries. We went to
Okay.
Buffalo Trace, Glens Creek, Castle and Key, Woodford, and Whiskey Thief.
So you didn't go to Bardstown?
No, we didn't go to Bardstown this time. We'll do that next time.
Yeah. There's some good ones there.
I've lived down
Buffalo
here 10
Trace
years
is
and
good
never
one.
been to any of the distilleries you just mentioned.
Nope. I never
Yeah,
heard
you
of
got to
them.
do the tour, man. That's a bucket list. You got to hit every spot on the
Yeah,
tour.
I'd like to do that tour train they do.
That's
Oh, the
something.
Bourbon Trail? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
something that everybody can kind of get together and do. One time is
Right?
everybody.
I think that would be
hook
cool.
up and
Hell
come
yeah.
We
down
also have the
and
Moonshine
camp
Trail in
somewhere.
Kentucky.
They
Huh?
do have the Moonshine Trail in Kentucky, and
Yeah.
they just started the Ohio Distillery Trail here in Ohio a couple months ago. So, and
Yeah,
there's
actually
Gunner.
they've got a main distillery trail here, and then they've got the Moonshine Distillery
Oh, y'all go.
trail here, kind of a
Right.
craft distillery trail. And if I'm not mistaken, I think what's that Tennille? What's the Tennille gal that won Master Distiller? She works at one at I think
Kim
it's
Tennille.
Winchester.
She works at Whiskey Thief.
Kelly.
Right,
Kelly
and
Tennille.
they've got
Kelly,
something going
yeah.
on in January, don't they? I saw
What's
something
that?
not too long ago. I think they got something going on here in January. Or actually, hell, it might be this damn week because I just saw it on Facebook.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, that Whiskey Thief, it's out in the middle of probably a 300-acre pasture, way back in the middle of it, off the
Awesome.
road.
Yeah.
So bring your deer rifle with you if you ever go out there in the
Yeah,
fall.
that's the place to go, man. I mean, that'd be a great place for a festival too, away from all the,
Oh, yeah. And the good thing, I'll tell you what I liked about that Whiskey
Let's go.
Thief. The Whiskey Thief is all single barrel stuff, and then you use a Whiskey Thief to get it out of the barrel, and you bottle your own shit while you're there.
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
That's
And
what I'm-
it comes out of the bottle with, this thing's got like charcoal and shit floating in the bottom of it. This does.
Yeah.
Can you bring your own thief?
Can you bring a filter?
Yeah,
I mean, you probably could. Yeah.
I'll have to plug Wayne.
Whip out
This
your
is
carbon
the
charcoal out of
funnel
your
and whiskey
pocket?
thief I got off of him, man. Craftsmanship's awesome. Definitely
Heck
want
yeah.
to pick those up.
I'll make sure to bring some charcoal.
What, this weekend?
No, to filter out the liquor he gets out of the barrels.
Oh, I was gonna say we cooking out. Sounds good.
I'll tell you what, man, it tasted good coming right out of there with the charcoal in it.
Oh, Lord.
I thought it was pretty decent. Kind of gave it its own little unique flavor there.
Right. Well, guys, I got to jump
But-
off of here. I still got all these photos to work on, and got an early morning.
Yeah,
All right,
Everybody
Mark,
plans
well,
for this weekend?
I will
thanks
get
for
you that
jumping in with
information, brother.
us.
Okay.
Good seeing you,
He
Mike.
said what?
I'll see you this weekend,
All right,
brother.
brother. All right,
See you,
good.
Yep.
Mike.
Roger. Good to see you, brother.
We'll see you Friday,
Yep,
Michael.
too.
Good night, guys.
Yep. See you
Have a
Friday,
good
brother.
one.
See you.
Later.
Dan, reach out. I'll talk to you tomorrow anyway. All right, bye.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
See you.
Dan, the farm to bottom man.
And the Harvested Here man, and the Rock the Block man, and whatever new festival somebody wants me to do this summer, man. I did have somebody ask me about doing a suicide festival. I didn't know what the fuck he's talking about to begin with, but
Hell is
I
it?
guess it's a festival to kind of highlight the 22 veteran thing, you know, where all the where they have 22 suicides a day or whatever, but it's something to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Like the veteran suicide awareness.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Yeah, they were at Farm to Bottle, weren't they?
They what? Well, not the ones that's wanting to do this festival, but yes, there
Oh.
was a Mission 22.
Mission 22, yeah, that's right. It was.
Yeah, they was there. Yes, and they'll be back this year.
Sorry, Toby. I never check my damn messages. You gotta just put it in chatty, or if I want to see it, I need to. Yeah,
I'll tell you,
send it.
Toby.
Hey,
This shit's good, buddy. Right here, I like it.
what is it?
Jalapeno cornbread.
Well, don't anybody in the moonshine community hold this against me, but it's Mike Cockrell's jalapeno cornbread.
Dude, I got. Oh, that's that from the Tennessee Shine Company.
Lisa's definitely gonna
Yep.
hold that against you.
Well,
What's that?
Lisa, oh, you just lost a big fan.
Yeah,
Lisa
Lisa's
Day cannot
fan,
stand cockerel.
I got.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of like on her team with that, but this stuff's pretty good. So
Is it
I like
pretty
that.
decent?
Yeah, it's who would have thought you could actually carry through the flavor of jalapeno and cornbread and put it in a moonshine and make it actually taste like that? I was thoroughly surprised when I tasted it.
I've ran corn liquor and I've ran jalapeno liquor, so
yeah. I've got. I'm gonna do some poblano next year. I mean, they're not real hot, but they have so much flavor. I think it'll add some unique.
especially if you roast them, then roast them and then
yeah, might
distill
try
them
different
or
ways.
Have you
ferment
tried
them.
this one?
I'm loving those things, man. We got
Mike's what?
Mackey's moonshine.
Jalapeno cornbread moonshine.
Yeah.
That's what Dan's drinking.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is the one. It's got. This one is from Copper Creek Distillery,
Oh.
not from Tennessee Shine Company.
I think I got a bottle of that too. That's why I was looking to see if I had it.
I think it tastes different than the one you got.
It does a little bit. The one I've got, the one I was trying in there, isn't as good as the one that's in the other kind of bottle. I agree with that. They changed up the flavor a little bit when they made the new one.
Yeah. Jason Acosta. Yeah, there's a Louisiana Moonshine Festival. There's a Moonshine Festival coming up in Louisiana. I think in March.
Yep.
We're going to.
Yep. It's a new one, first annual. I was talking when we were in Arkansas.
The first or third
about it. Big Chuck was like, "What?
Yeah.
No, I've not heard." And I was like, "Yeah." So I showed him the information on it. He hadn't even heard about it yet. He's one of the biggest shiners in Louisiana, and they hadn't even notified him yet. So hopefully they'll reach out to Big Chuck soon.
Is he bigger than Patty Bryan though?
Yeah.
You see this, Wayne? Is this what you're talking about right here?
Lady Fields,
I still got some of that.
I appreciate you for some of that shit you were saying earlier, man. Had me cracking up.
Yeah.
So I need to have a drink. What am I drinking? Oh.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit scratchy in the throat and my sinuses, so
You got a drink? It's time to drink, man. I did the same thing yesterday. I got a little scratchy, and I'm like, fuck it. I ain't going to be like Roger, sick for the next week.
Hell no.
Get that fucking hot toddy. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some of this.
There's it. That's the bottle I got originally there, Damon.
Yep. I like Randy out at Copper Creek. Good guys. Every time I'm down there by Marion, North Carolina, I go by there and see him. Randy's a good guy. He always hits me.
Where's that at? Copper Creek? Is that near Marion, you say?
Yeah, it's in Marion, North Carolina.
Yeah, I'll be going right through there on Friday too. I might stop at that one.
Yeah, it's not. That's where Mike Cockrell does his all of his liquor's from now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Didn't know that.
Yep. So yeah, swing by. That's where Marcus Chapman actually lives in Marion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus. That's where he's at. He's like in what he called it. It's not Old Fort, but something. It's got something north in the name of it, but it's right by Marion, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's right there by where you guys are going to be. I mean, it's literally
Yeah,
probably.
absolutely. I didn't know that's where Copper Mountain was, so I'll stop there too.
Yeah,
Well, I got a few Christmas presents I got to buy anyway, and that's why I was going to stop and pick up some of the higher end bourbon they got there at South Mountain. But if they've got some of that at Cockerell's, I'll probably get some there too.
Yeah.
I've become a big bourbon guy here in the last few years. I got so much of it, I couldn't drink it all probably between now and when I died. But actually, I'm gonna try this one here. This one's actually pretty good. It's Clyde Mays straight bourbon whiskey. You ever had it?
No.
How about Cyrus Noble?
Oh.
Can't say that I did.
Let's see here.
So I'm gonna tell you about Cyrus Noble, and probably where my first kind of fascination with the whole whiskey thing came. So I was born in Hillsboro, where I live now, but I spent 40 years living in Lynchburg, which is about 10 miles from here. And
I thought you said
they
Lynchburg.
had the original Lynchburg whiskey there, pre-prohibition,
Lynchburg.
mid 1800s up to 1929. It was the Freiburg and Workham Distillery, and they had some of the best whiskey in the world. You could find it all over the world. And when Prohibition, of course, came in, they closed it down for 4 or 5 years, 6 years, whatever it was. And when they reopened, they ended up reopening it in Cincinnati, and they didn't open this one back up here. But Cyrus Noble was the original master or the distiller that was there that made their whiskey for them. And the recipe they used for that Cyrus Noble whiskey is the same ones that they used for the various whiskeys they made here. They had a rye there. They had a couple of straight bourbons. They had some whiskey. About 5 or 6 different flavors. It was all named either from stuff around here or, little areas. Like there was one that's called Clinton Rye, and there was a Highland Highball. Then Lynchburg whiskey, of course, where it was at. So everything had a semi-local name to it. They don't use any of those names anymore, but it's all bottled under Cyrus Noble now. But it's really, really good whiskey. Not too high on the price, $40-$50 a bottle, something like that. But this Clyde Mays is from, I'm wanting to say this is an Alabama one, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody know where what is it? Kanuka Ridge? Anybody have any know where that's? Any idea where that's at? Kanuka Ridge Distillery, USA.
Never heard of such a place.
I'm telling you.
I think you're making it up.
Says it's bottled in Indiana. Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Are you fucking serious? That's bottled over at the Lawrence Distillery in Lawrenceburg.
That's across the river from.
Are you talking about that venison burger? Go ahead and eat it.
Yeah.
We used to go up there and buy fireworks all the time.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I used to sell
pretty good stuff too.
Hold on, let me go see if my Amazon order came in. I've got some Tyranny that's supposed to be in there.
Some trannies.
You can order trannies online now.
Santa found a way.
Wow.
Now I do have some winter guilty pleasure, so don't make fun of me for this.
Oh.
But this shit's pretty good. Found it at Walmart actually last year, and then I was able to buy it at the liquor store too. But this rum chata peppermint bark,
yeah,
that shit's the bomb, man.
Low alcohol, but it is good.
I tried rum chata. I thought it was just too damn sweet.
I make
sweet.
I make coquito, which is kind of like a rum chata, but it's coquito. I should make that and make it into put that peppermint flavor into it. I wonder if that would come out. And
I saw old Josh Owens make that stuff last season or the season before last that he went down to Mexico and made that cachaça. Yeah. So I found that same exact one. They sell that up here in Ohio now too.
Oh yeah, how's it taste?
It's actually surprisingly good. I figured it'd taste like shit,
really?
But Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm gonna take a sip. It's been a while. I'll have to revisit that and see here real quick.
I'm kind of scared to try it.
I mean, it tastes like sugar shine, basically.
Yeah.
Huh? That's what it is. So,
What have you been
I
running,
think it's.
Damon?
Been running my ass all over the country is what I've been doing.
That
Just
bad, huh?
Just got back from Florida. Was up in Kentucky, back to Nashville, and I'm going back to Florida.
Part of Kentucky where you went?
Manchester.
You were right around the corner from me.
I was in Manchester for all of 40 minutes. And I
Matter
had
of
to
fact,
turn around and go to Nashville.
Where you live at?
Manchester.
Where do you live at in Kentucky?
I live right by Pikeville.
Oh, okay.
I'm up in the mountains. Little
I was
community
thinking you
called
was like.
Tellos.
I was thinking you was on the other end, over like near Paducah,
No, hell, I couldn't live over there. There ain't no mountains.
right?
I love these hills, man. That's the reason I bought the house I bought is because I'm up in the hills. My wife hates
Yeah,
it.
Amazon Lives.
Santa, did you
Well,
see that message I sent you?
Hey, Damon, you know who you were right by too?
Who?
Bruiser.
Oh,
Tiger
yeah.
Shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over there about 10, 15 minutes from Manchester, over in London.
Yeah, it's I passed right through London.
And
Get over there. I went to that Advent Health Hospital there.
James Hatfield lives right there in London now.
Hey, Santa.
If I had more time.
They lied to me about the Pirani, but got my angel yeast.
That's the angel use. You have to let me know how that works.
It was on sale at on Amazon, $25 for that brick. It's normally like 30,
For a
40
brick?
bucks. Yeah, 500 gram.
Huh.
Hell yeah!
Hey, Mr. Wells, got a question for you.
All right.
What do you want me to bring down there for some bourbon that you like?
He don't care.
I mean, I've literally got every kind of bourbon you could imagine.
Well, let's
He
see.
wants the most expensive.
That I haven't tried.
That one right there. That is
something that you love that I've never tried.
Yeah, I'd never tried it till I went down to Paducah here about a month ago, and we stopped at Rabbit Hole Distillery there in Louisville.
Right.
And this one is a single barrel cask strength straight Kentucky bourbon called High Gold. Comes from the Rabbit Hole. The standard High Gold is like $55 a bottle. This stuff was like $127 for a bottle of it. So I'll bring that one. I'll bring that one. We'll try some of it. And how about New Riff? Have you tried New Riff yet?
No.
New Riff's made in Covington, Kentucky, right across the river from Cincinnati.
Yep.
The guy that owned all the Party Cities over there in Kentucky, he sold those to start New Riff Distillery, because in Kentucky you're not allowed to own a distillery and sell the product out of a store. You can sell it out of a distillery, but you can't get no distribution and own a store also.
What about a bar?
What's that?
What about a bar?
I don't know about a bar, but I know the guy that owned Party City down there,
Larry.
or Party Source, or whatever it is. He had to sell it off so that he could open up New Riff Distillery and sell bourbon out of there, plus get placement across the country. So I guess in Kentucky you can't own a liquor store and sell it in your liquor store, but you can own a distillery and sell it in a distillery, which makes zero fucking sense. But liquor laws in most places don't.
They're funny about shit in Kentucky. Definitely different.
You'll have that. Try and see what else we got here that we can take. Do you like how about Elijah Craig toasted barrel strength?
I love Elijah Craig. What is it? Barrel strength?
Yeah.
Barrel proof.
Says toasted barrel.
They're all good.
Yeah, it's a toasted barrel is what it says.
Cool. Yeah.
And then I got some Eagle Rare.
Yeah, all that's definitely Eagle Rare.
Those are all the good ones.
Craig, even the Elijah Craig bottled in bonds. Great.
Yeah.
What?
I got plenty of Weller and Buffalo Trace if you like those. I can bring a bottle of each of those.
I'm not. I tell you what, I just drink a Evan Williams bottle and bond or an Evan Williams small batch
Right?
any day. Yeah, I'm pretty big on Heaven Hill, man. They have some really good products. I mean, they were always good back in the day, but in the last 20 years, man, they've stepped their game up.
Me and the boss man, that's the next plan is to go down to Bardstown, and Heavens Hill was the top of the list where he wanted to go.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I've never been there. I mean, I've tried a few of the products, but I've never been to it.
Right.
But I do really like the Buffalo Trace stuff. I mean, I got about 6 bottles of it here, 6 or 7, 8, something like that. But I gave a bottle away to a friend today, so I'm down one. But that's all right. He needed it. He lost his wife here about a week or so ago, so he
Oh,
needed
damn.
a bottle.
Wow.
I went over and sat on the porch with him for a little bit today and whipped out a few bourbons that he hadn't had in a while, and we sat there and talked about shit. So I think he felt better. So
That's good.
Yeah, man, it's
be tough, man. They was married 40-something years.
Wow.
it depends on the marriage. It can either be the happiest day of your life or the worst. You know?
Very true. Very true. Yeah. No doubt about it.
Fuck Bill Cluck.
No shit. I got another one you got to try there, Mr. Santa Claus. How about if I bring this one down and we drink it? I don't think we tried any of that this year.
Farm Bottle Festival. Look at that.
Yep.
Say, I can't see anything right now.
It's Farm to Bottle Festival Bourbon. I had it made at Brain Brew Custom Whiskey, and it's basically it's a blended whiskey, but there was 2 flavors I really liked, so I made it a 60-40 split. There was a 200-year-old Kentucky oak that they found an old barn, and they used the oak out of this old Civil War era barn, and they used that to make the barrels for part of it. And the other one is a cherry wood. But I did a 60-40 split on those. That guy was at the Farm to Bottle Festival the first year making that stuff. You could walk up there, basically tell him what you liked in your bourbon, and this thing would like magically take 6 different bourbons and mix one that you liked. So
Nice.
yeah, and mix it. You could mix it down to a shot on the spot. So you could be like, I like this kind of notes and these tastes and this and that. And you've answered about 10 questions, and then it would pour you a single shot that was exactly what you asked for.
I saw something similar to that. I was kind of confused at exactly what I was looking at,
But Brain Brew Custom Whiskey in Cincinnati makes that. So, matter of fact, they keep this profiles on their computer, so I have to do just call them and tell them, hey, I want you to make me a couple bottles of it. I'll be working in Cincinnati tomorrow. I might see if I can get them to make me a bottle of it. I'll bring you a bottle. That's good stuff. It's really I like it. I'm not bragging on it or anything, but it's got good taste. If you like good bourbon, it's very good tasting blended bourbon. So
He's gonna drink that whole damn thing.
not gonna do that, but it's good. If you like the Heaven Hill stuff, it's probably similar to that. Honestly, it's similar to the Elijah Craig Toasted. If you like it.
Damn. See, I kind of wish I was going this week.
No doubt.
yeah.
I wish I could.
Man.
I wish I could go down, but
Roger, all you gotta do is roll down the hill.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Damn battery probably run out on me before I got it where I needed to go.
Man, I had to get my car was, oh man, I was tripping. I thought for sure I'd coming home from Nashville. I was probably going about 110 most of the way. And so the next time I drove my car, it was rattling like hell. I was like, oh shit, man, I've messed up the cam. I got lifters, rockers, something's wrong. I'm envisioning the worst of the worst. And so when I listened to it, it really sounded bad. And so I got on YouTube and I'm like, a lot of people said it could be your timing belt tensioner. And I'm like, no, this is definitely valves. This, it's rattling bad, And sure enough, I took it in the shop, and it was just needed a timing belt and a tensioner and a water pump. And I thought that's cool, $2,100.
Shit.
Yeah, you have to take off half the front of the motor to get the timing belt and water pump and getting it done at a dealership so I can get it done quick.
I
They
think
hit you
I
hard.
think the mechanics in these car dealers and shit or car manufacturers are in cahoots because I had
Yeah.
a Dodge Dodge Avenger, and the heater core went out of it. Heater core cost $60. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna call and see what it costs to get the heater core put in. I don't want to have to crawl under there and do it. So called and he's like $1,200. I was like, it's a fucking $60 part. Why the hell's it cost $1,200? He's like, well, there's a lot of labor. I'm like, well, these guys are bullshitting me. So my cousin, he's a certified mechanic. He says, I'll do it for $300. he spent 2 8-hour days working on that thing for that $300 because you have to got to take the center console out, the steering wheel out, the entire dash out, the frame that holds the dash out. You have to drop the door on both
That's
sides to get
crazy.
to a nut. It was fucking 16 hours worth of work to get. So that's why they charge $1,200
Well,
for it.
I mean, to do this timing belt and tensioner and change the water pump out, you got to support the motor because to get to it, what holds the water pump in it is all the bracket that holds the motor too. So
Right.
you got to have motor support. I mean, who engineers this shit? It's just engineered that way, man. To take 6 fucking hours to do something.
Well, I mean,
15
it kind of all ties into all the dumb shit that's going on with oil anyway. They did it. They put all these stupid ass emission systems and stuff on here for a problem that we don't have. And if we went back to doing plain old V8 motors with a carburetor on it or whatever else, shit that anybody could
Stuff you
work
can
on,
work
that had
on
2
yourself,
wires.
yeah.
these camshaft sensors and all these little $5 parts that go out and ruin a motor. It's like this. It's like this timing belt, tensioner, hydraulic. What happened to the old spring ones that you could just go in there with a wrench, put on the timing belt in 5 minutes and be done? Now it's have to take half the motor part just to get to it. Nah, that's
exactly, and it's made it fill up the whole entire engine bay.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
old, my
take all
old
the
78.
covers off and-
You can't get to anything. But with like my old 78 C10 though, you can climb inside the engine bay with that V8.
right.
Oh, hell
There's plenty of room.
Yeah.
You know what?
From underneath and stand up.
biggest mistake I've made in the last year is my brother's. I had a old Ford F-150, probably a early to mid '80s model. Had the old straight 6 in it, 5-speed on the floor. Body was in good shape. Engine was in good shape. The bed had a little dent inside of it, but nothing major. The only thing it had wrong with it is the front seat was just beat to death and it needed a whole bench seat put in it. So my brother, he's like, man, I'd really like to have that for my son. And so I was like, you know what? If you're giving it to him, I'll give it to you cheap. So I sold it to him for $800, and he turned right around, went and sold that damn thing for $2,000 a couple weeks later. I was
Damn.
like, well, that's not why I gave you the fucking thing for $800.
Right. I've had buddies do that to me, man. Give them a good deal on something, and then they just turn around and sell it, make some money, and say, "Wow, I made a pretty good deal on that." It's like, yeah, so could have I if I didn't give you the buddy deal.
That's why, I'm scared to buy a newer truck than what I got.
Yeah.
So what you got going on over there, Jeremy? You doing all right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, how you
I
doing,
get
brother?
Alfredo in here to talk about his
It was,
I'm gonna
Doug
send Alfredo a
Taylor's
link. I'm gonna
debut
send
coming
Alfredo
up
a
in
link.
January.
Come on, Alfredo. He was over on Rigsby's and Ian's.
Oh, is he?
He was earlier. I don't know. I think they shut off already.
Okay.
Jeremy, that was
Well, I
awesome
sent him
news
a
they
message.
get, brother.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
They don't have the
I
lasting
didn't
power.
even know theirs on. I thought they did theirs on Wednesday. Monday.
It is Wednesday.
Monday. They did Monday, didn't they? At 10.
Yeah, they're just trying to fuck with you, Santa. That's what they're doing.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, Roger. I was worried about those results.
Oh, me too. Like I told you, I lost my dad to throat cancer, so that touched home.
Yeah.
So it was awesome news here that
Yeah.
well, cancer, like my mom would say.
It made me smile, Jeremy. It made me smile. I did.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, I was nervous about it, man. So yeah, when I saw it, I was quite happy about that. I might be starting to finally get past all this.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wonder how
Yeah,
David Dance is doing. Anybody heard from him? He's
Not recently.
yeah, he's not in the best shape either. Last I heard, he's needing some heart work done. Maybe
Yeah.
Heart pump.
a pump.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Let me see if I can. I'll send him a message real quick and see if I can see how he's.
Tell him
Come
we're
on,
all talking
Tuck.
about him, thinking about him.
Stop.
Damn,
Go lay
I
down.
forgot.
What's going on, Dale?
Go lay down.
I forgot how good this shit was.
What is that? The eggnog?
It's a Fireball Yule Nog.
That
Hmm.
Heaven Hill's
Oh.
supposed to be pretty good too. They're supposed to have a pretty good.
Yule nog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Heaven
it's Yule
Hill.
Nog.
I saw a review. Did you? I'll see that review that lady did on
Oh,
the
here
different
he is.
eggnogs. There's that.
Hey,
man.
there he is.
Go on,
What on,
Alfredo.
brother?
He came onto a
Hey
reel.
guys, how you doing?
How's it going,
Doing
Alfredo?
good.
Doing
I
pretty
hear
good.
you're headed north here in a couple of weeks. A few weeks.
Oh yeah, going to Gatlinburg.
Nice.
4 years later after my release. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting your.
Awesome.
your-
Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna try to make it over that way, man, and
I'll be there.
join the celebration.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Damon's gonna come up.
Isn't that just January
We're
3rd?
gonna head over.
January 4th.
Yeah, January 3rd and January 4th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Third is Pigeon Forge pre-party and Pigeon Forge with Jeffrey Anderson, and then Gatlinburg the 4th.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we had Jeff on the show not too long ago. So
Yeah, Bill.
hey,
Clark-
Alfredo, let me know the details of that if you could. Just send me the where and when's the pre-party, and also
I will.
can share that with Damon, and we can after he picks
We got
me up,
that,
we can head that way.
We're gonna have Bill Cluck come out there too to come out and party with us on your release date too.
Yeah, he's gonna moderate, and make sure we stay on topic.
Yeah, it's good though. I'm happy to see that they're finally getting your liquor out on the shelf out there.
I know my liquor's been made now for 2 years. It's been sitting at Sugarlands. I did it 2 years ago when Sean Rigsby and Daryl Uncle Dum Dum
Yeah,
released.
Daryl Flack.
Yeah.
Daryl Flack. It's been sitting there just in a stainless steel pot for all this long. Now it's finally going to be out.
Well, you know what? Aging like that probably helped.
It's been sitting there this whole time.
Yep.
That's good. Actually, there's been a lot of
Oh.
esterification going on, man. It'll probably
yeah.
be pretty
Oh,
flavorful.
it's delicious.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't wait to try it, man. Are you gonna bring me a bottle of that bamboo up?
I'll bring you some sample bottle. I cannot bring a whole bottle because we only have so many bottles.
Yeah.
I want 0, whatever numbers. Go ahead and
0001.
Look at you.
Yeah, no, 1 and 2 is gone. I guess I'll have to take 3 because I hear Mr. Bowen got number 2.
Yeah, he got Mr. Bowen got number 2. We're up to the next available is 11.
I want to be 11.
All right, I'll bring you 11.
I want 12.
I'll take 13. Next.
That's a lucky one.
I want 14.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll just take a bottle because your packaging on that's probably some of the best packaging I've seen
It's awesome.
Yeah.
on a bottle.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's cool.
I'd
Thank
keep
you,
that.
thank
I
you,
mean, I
thank
like
you.
the taste. I like the taste of it. I've tried it at Michael's a couple different times over the last few
Yeah.
months, but I like the taste of it really well. But the packaging is like nobody else even has a bottle like that. I don't know
Yeah,
who came
it's
up with the
awesome.
idea, but it was a
And
damn
right.
good one.
And
So
you know
you
what? That
tasted
bottle
it,
looks
so what
awesome
does
on the
it-
shelf, and you know what makes it look even better? You turn on that black light, man. It just fucking glows.
It just glows. So you tasted it. So what does bamboo liquor taste like?
Like grass.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I mean, it tastes like good grass, but not the kind you smoke.
It's a sweetness, kind of like a wheat. A wheat gives you that grass note, you know, a sweet grass
Yeah.
note. It's just so smooth. And
I mean,
soft.
Michael
I just
Michael
can't get
kind of
past
explained it kind of like a lemongrass kind of taste,
Right,
maybe, or
right.
something. And it's something like that. I mean, I don't. It's a different. It has its own unique taste, so it's kind of hard to put a finger on it because there really ain't nothing to compare it to.
A
So
lot of flavors I got was Carolina Johnson grass.
yeah,
Yeah, Yeah,
With
I've got some grass notes, but I mean, it wasn't like a wheat that wasn't working. You know, I didn't get a strong grass. It's just a sweetness grass, but just the softness
Yeah.
and the
That's a bamboo.
smoothness of it was just really focus. You focus on it because you're just not used to drinking something of that proof that doesn't have
Oh.
a bite to it and taste, you know, really strong.
Oh, there you go.
It's going to lend itself so well to
I'll let you know.
a lot of
Let-
mixed drinks, you know,
let
fruity
us know.
drinks. You know, it's the bomb, and it's also going to be making people get drunk as hell because they're not going to know, you know,
Just
what they're
together this
drinking
thing
because they're not
tastes
going to taste it. You
What
know, and
what you got, Uncle Drunkle? What's it taste like?
kind of like grass, I guess. It's got a unique taste, like some I've never tasted before.
I
Right.
get some, yeah, I got unique notes that I couldn't place. You know, grass wasn't, you know, it didn't smack me in the face, but I did get some grassy sweetness. But
Yeah, you
it's
can taste
just,
the sweet in it.
it's an interesting flavor. It's nothing bad. It's just a unique flavor that will lend very well to a lot of different cocktails. You know, it's gonna make
Oh,
some interesting new
it
cocktails.
makes great cocktails, mojitos,
Yeah,
margaritas.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it kind of like. It'd be great in a mojito.
I mean, it'll make any kind of good island mixed drink, I think.
yeah.
Any of
Yeah.
those.
I think fruits. It's gonna pair really well with fruits.
A
Yeah.
citrus, a good citrus.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. Santa, you remember
I
this
like
shit
it.
right here?
Alfredo is good.
Is that's you got some of mine left?
I do. I'm gonna bring a fresh bottle of it, and we're gonna drink it while we're down in a fresh jar of it.
All right.
It's easy to make, and it tastes good. But you wouldn't think it would taste good.
It's
What is
awesome.
it?
I just took some moonshine and put about 20 of those spearmint lifesavers in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You tried
Yeah,
that,
what's
didn't you?
what's moonshine?
I don't
You were
know.
at Wes's camper. Did you try it, Roger?
Hey Alfredo, is
It
that
was
a
He doesn't remember.
Sure.
it was
Alfredo?
Everclear.
that-
Everclear from the liquor store.
is that a cock you have in your hat?
That's a coon pecker.
That's a
Damn it. Man, that's a big ass tube.
which what do you want?
Man,
My
that's
wife told me I had to wear this hat tonight. I just got off with the podcast with Sean Rigsby and Big Easy.
yeah.
Because you
we
got
saw
to wear
you.
your black hat tonight. Tonight I'm wearing my black hat.
I usually see you in a black hat.
Yeah.
That's hard to get used to.
Hey, Peaches' husband's watching us.
Uh-oh.
Everybody
Daniel
on the
Daniel
investigation.
Stevens is still telling you. You'll get peach on here and you'll be in trouble, so be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, she better not find out he's been hanging with us. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
It's well blended.
Yeah, you know what? I heard about that, man, and you know
Jason Jeffers.
we've got a sword that we can knight you into the Brotherhood of Shiners, you know, just so we can make it official if you need to. But you know what made people think that is they saw that turbo yeast you were using. They're like, ain't no moonshiner using turbo. I'm
Turbo
sorry, but
yeast.
I was giving you a hard time. You probably
I
Big
just
probably
seen somebody
told you to
use
do that, didn't
who was it that just used some turbo with a fruit.
I think that was
Is that Jeremy?
Huh?
no,
Nah.
that was Bennett.
Yeah, it
Posted that
was
video
Bennett.
showing
Yeah,
him using Turbo 8. Yeah.
yeah, it was Bennett.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bennett likes that
Hard
turbo.
time.
My favorite TC 1118.
Yeah,
That's
if
that's
you
kind of
buy
my
one,
go-to.
if you had one yeast, that's the one. to
Tracy
get.
Baumgartner's got another one out, a yeast out for it's like an EC
I'm not
1118,
sure
but
if it's still on
it
sale right
finishes in
now.
3 to 5 days.
But
Yeah.
on Amazon,
Really good
they
flavor
got this
coming off
yellow
of it.
label.
I bought a pound of that, and I got some of the new
$25 if anybody's interested.
Great
yellow
yeast.
label.
Experiment with it. So it's that yellow label that's good with rice, and that you don't
Yeah.
have to use enzymes. It'll do all the converting and everything for you. So I'm going to try it on some grain. I've never used it. I've done tons of
Sure
grain
was.
over the ages. You know, that used to be my thing before I started getting into all these damn brandies and stuff and loving them. But I'm gonna experiment with that because that just intrigues the fuck out of me that you can convert without enzymes.
So now he
I guess
says
there's
not. Now he
enzymes
says
in it.
that turbo he was using was a joke.
Yeah.
Sure it
All
was.
right. I'm glad, man. I was thinking you were talking about Firm Pro the other day because I like the Firm Solutions, man. You know, that dude is probably the most knowledgeable person I've ever heard talk on the topic of distillation, fermentation, and man, that dude that runs that laboratory and owns Wilderness Trail, he's freaking genius, man. That dude knows his shit.
Is he?
Yeah, oh my God. They do DNA sequencing there. They've got people from all over the world sending them bacterias from their vats that they can't figure out, and they DNA sequence and find out what it is and how to get rid of it. They supply tons of yeast all over the world, uh, amylase, different types of amylase, enzymes, liquid.
Where's this?
Firm Solutions out of Danville.
Yeah,
Firm
it's that
Solution.
Wilderness Trail, basically.
That's a top 10 distillery in bourbon. You know, they're the top 10 bourbon producer in the world.
You know what? I stumbled across that place in 2015 or 2016 by accident.
Yeah.
I drove down there to pick up a Roots blower for a carpet cleaning machine, and it said new distillery down this way. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go over past there and see what that's about. Well, they didn't have no bourbon or anything yet because they hadn't had it in barrels long enough. It's only about 2 years in the barrels, but they put my name on there, so I've got one of the original bottles from them. I got one of the original bottles when they opened up their first set of kegs that they did, or barrels that they did, and got one of those. And then, but I did grab. They did some blue herring. I think it was blue herring something or another vodka, and then there was some kind of pirate something or another rum that they did. All that stuff was really good. But when I got their bourbon finally, I didn't open that original bottle, but I got another one a little bit down the road, and their bourbon is on point.
Yeah,
it's really good shit.
Are they out of Kentucky?
Yep, Danville, Kentucky.
Danville.
All right.
Just north
Yeah,
of
Alfredo.
Somerset, aren't they?
Yes.
What his name is.
Unfortunately, I got to jump off, man. But I'll be seeing you on January 3rd and 4th, buddy.
Good deal.
Hey, Jeremy.
All right, Jeremy.
All right.
Yeah, we go,
See you
brother.
guys.
Come on,
Have a good night, guys.
Good night, brother.
Shine on, brother. Shine on.
I like that Jeremy Stewart
I
guy.
really want to find
He's
somebody
all right for a white guy,
that
ain't he?
can take the bamboo and really back engineer the bamboo to find the proper yeast for the bamboo.
Right.
Because bamboo is cousins of sugarcane.
Right.
And
Try some Lalvin D47 with it. I mean, that's a mead. That's a mead yeast. It's a little different than a lot of what you get, but it works well with sugars like that. And I mean, you got,
because we're taking the bamboo, we're macerating it.
But I like
amylase
getting it from I like getting it from Daniel. I like getting it from Prohibition because he's my buddy, and it's only a few dollars more getting it through him. But yeah, it all's the same. That's where I think Firm gives it to him, and he gives it to North Georgia.
What was he saying? Firm Solutions.
Firm Solutions, yeah, Danville.
Right.
That dude, that laboratory, man, it's it's kind of separate from their distillery, but yeah, they've got some really good deals on yeast. They get good deals on the enzymes, and they've got tons of yeast, and they've got a lot of yeast that they don't even market. They've got probably tens of thousands of isolated yeast in their labs and shit. Yeah, it's crazy there, man. I've read up on that, listened to that dude talk. Oh my feet smoke.
I haven't been there in several years, but everything was in a house when I first started there as far as the lab and stuff. It was all inside of a house.
Right.
That was there on the farm, and they had.
It's amazing how quickly how far they've come and how fast.
Isn't Danville just north of Somerset?
No, it's
just next to Harrisburg, just south of Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. I know I've been there. I'm trying to remember where it was.
It's where Center College is.
No, we didn't want to see you anyway.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I got to hop off of here too. Six,
Yeah,
six
man.
o'clock
Brother.
comes early, so
Yeah, me too.
All
right,
Wife
Dan.
gets up
It
at 5
does.
o'clock
All right.
for work, and I got to get up for 6 o'clock for work. And
Yeah, I'm
I
about to
wanted to
buy.
get you on here and plug your
All
your
right.
grand
well, I
opening, your
appreciate it.
release date, and hopefully we
brethren,
can get you on again before then, Alfredo,
yes,
and talk more about it and get
Yeah,
more
we'll get you on.
details. I'll have the flyer that we can post up and show for everybody, and maybe by then Daniel will have begged his way into going, and he can meet us all there.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Bean Jr.
We
right.
will talk. We will talk soon, guys.
All right.
All
Alfredo,
right.
right,
See
take
you,
care.
Alfredo.
Man,
Good,
thanks
good
for
seeing you,
dropping
brother.
in.
2 weeks, brother.
Shine on, brothers. Shine on.
I'll see you
Oh,
this weekend,
yeah.
Dan, and
See
I'll
ya.
And
see
we'll
you
see
in
you.
a
We'll
few
see
See
you
you
on the
3rd and
4th,
4th.
Alfredo.
3rd
Yep.
and 4th. Yes.
Have a good one, brother.
See ya.
And Santa, I'll see you this weekend, buddy.
Yep. Yeah, I'll get
Yeah,
up
y'all
there
have a good time.
Friday.
Single
I'll
people.
give you a call. About what time you headed out Friday?
I'm gonna leave about 8 in the morning. I gotta go pick up that U-Haul up the
How many
road at about
hour drive?
8:30.
Yeah, you got probably 8 hours, 8 hours from you.
6.5, 7 hours. It's 7 hours the way I'm going because it's a little bit longer to go
Yeah.
down 77. It's about a half hour longer, but probably
Oh, you
better
going through
road for
West
hauling a
Virginia?
trailer. So
Well, shoot me the address of that place, and we can
you
meet back
should.
at
You're
Friday.
listed. You're listed on there as a person on
Yeah.
that Airbnb.
Right.
You should be able just to open it up. It'll show you the address on there.
I don't even know if I saved it or not.
I'll take a screenshot and send it to you then.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All
I'll
right,
see
Dan.
you.
Later,
There we
brother.
go,
All right.
Dan.
Yep. Take care, guys.
All right. Jason Jeffers wants to know what's going on here. And hold on, that's too big. My face is too big. What the fuck?
What the fuck you doing?
Damn.
Jason
Whoa.
Jeffers, Tennessee, coming up here. We got in February. We got the winter jams happening down. That's not in Tennessee, but it's in Maggie Valley. And then also coming up in January, we got that jar release that we're doing over in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge,
Yeah.
for Alfredo.
Alfredo and Doug Taylor.
Oh, Frog Taylor and Doug Taylor.
Yep. So
That'll
we're gonna
good.
be a big party down there. We're gonna be showing up a little bit early because they're letting a few select people
And
in.
this weekend, we're all meeting at Old Fort, North Carolina, to hand out toys to all the kids and donate some money and help in any way we can. Bring anything you can to help people down there, and that's going to be a lot of fun for those that can make it. So, Damon, you gonna be able to make that?
No, I won't be there. I'm going to Florida this weekend.
Florida, back?
Yep, got leaving tomorrow.
You did say something about that, just for like a day or two, and then what?
I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll get there sometime tomorrow evening, and I'll come back Sunday morning.
Are you driving?
Yeah, drive
You're not
my
flying?
ass down. No, fuck that airport bullshit. I didn't tell you about the experience with. I didn't tell you. Listen to this. They got this new TSA's got this new fucking thing, right? They got this camera set up when you come up the TSA line. There's a big sign that says facial recognition is voluntary. And it says, tell TSA agent if you do not wish to take part in So I'll go up to the thing and I was like, I don't want to do the facial recognition thing. I'm not. He says, oh, okay.
Pull you aside and strip search you.
Your typing thing. Okay. Checks me, you text me thing. Go on down the line. Then you go down the line to you walk into that big thing. It goes.
Right.
I walk out of there and it goes beep. And I'm fucking wearing nothing.
Right.
I turn around. I look at the little symbol thing. It says flagged, really big and red. Sir, you're gonna need to come over here.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're like, we can do this in the back, or we can do it out here if you want. I was like, what do you mean?
Put
Well-
the gloves on, man.
They're like, we got to check you in all these parts. And he points to this diagram here. We got to check you in these areas here. And I was like, this is
You look
because
Muslim.
I refuse that facial recognition thing, isn't it? And I said it loud. It's like, we just got to check you, sir.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you're going to do it right here in front of everybody. And I went there and I just spread my legs and I was like, go to town. Just go to town.
have fun.
And I made him sit there and he checked everything. And I was like, "You happy? Because I am."
Yeah.
And I went and got my shit and I went. And I was like, "Fucking dicks." That's exactly why. It's voluntary. It's voluntary. Oh, but if you refuse, we're gonna put my hand in your ass.
I'm
in
really
your ass crack.
surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised they even, give you a choice.
Yeah. Well.
Have you got that new ID though? That real
Mhm.
ID shit.
Yeah, you gotta have
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, but I refuse the facial recognition.
Proof of parent and a 15
I don't want them
gallon
looking at
steel
my.
pot. Well, I'll pass
they-
hers
they-
along.
That's
They,
why
they do a
have my
facial
hat
rec
on.
on me. I'm gonna be wanted in 50 states.
That's
Can't
how I was
believe
like, you
it
know
was
what?
around
I'll just drive. I'm going back down. I'm just gonna drive. I'm gonna fly in. Fuck this. I don't like airports. You know what the thing is too? I flew when I left. I left out of Nashville. I flew into Atlanta, and I was stuck in Atlanta for 4 hours in a layover.
It's not gay if it's TSA.
Guess who else was in Atlanta airport at the same time? Because I flew on Delta. Guess who else was flying on Delta that was stuck for 4 hours in Atlanta at the same time as me? And I had no clue. Amanda Bryant.
Really?
Really?
She was at the airport at the same time as I was. I was talking to Jay. I was when I was sitting there, I was like, I haven't talked to Amanda in a while. Maybe I should text her. And literally, like a half an hour before I was getting ready to leave, I called Jay. He's like, "Oh yeah, Amanda's been there all day, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Fuck."
Same damn terminal, probably.
I probably could have been. I could have just been hanging out with her.
Yeah.
Just sitting here with my thumb in my ass, waiting for this TSA guy to get his fingers in my
His hand out of your ass.
But yeah, this airport suck, dude. Fuck them.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
I-
I'd rather fly than drive anymore myself, though.
I'll drive that 8.5 hours.
Well, you got to, man.
Look at that. Not for resale. That's jerky, baby.
That's some jerky. Man, that's a big old slab of jerky right there. I like mine got a little bacon
Oh
strips.
that's several pieces.
Okay, I was gonna say, man, that's
That's
Not
slice.
big.
cow
Yeah,
patty
big.
jerky.
That's my
big-
bedtime snack.
Right, Wayne. Wayne's right.
Yeah,
Wasn't gay. I didn't feel gay because it was TSA.
You do now, though. You feel like you've been violated.
Yeah.
No. I was
No.
like, "Oh yeah, baby." I haven't been touched like
Take
that
the
in a
glove
long
off, man.
time.
I would have done everything I could to do to muster up a fart and just rip it on his hand.
Yeah.
I was trying so hard to get a hard on, but it just wouldn't happen. Come on, man. I'm thinking about Roger. I mean.
No. Fuck you.
I wasn't going. Wasn't happening, but
I know I'm sexy and all, but don't be thinking about me get a hard on.
No.
I don't fly
Just
that
have
far right.
nightmares, not thinking about that.
Now,
Man.
when I spread my legs and I was like, "Go to town,"
Yeah, have at it, baby.
he was just kind of like,
I bet you love your job. Come on, get in there. Don't miss it.
it was at Orlando
My
Airport.
balls itch.
Just
Can you
give
give my
us a little
balls a
bit on
scratch
the
while you're
left
there?
If you don't mind, give you a little scratch, will you?
Mind if I give you a reach around?
It was.
My balls itch.
Man, that's
Little to the left.
It sucked, but yeah, it is what it is.
good stuff. That's very smooth. I'm getting close to Tall Pine Peach.
You know what?
Posting with this.
You know what, Wayne? That's what I should. When he was doing it, I should have leaned over and said, "Say my name."
Say my name while you do that, son.
I should have. Man, I didn't think about it.
Next time.
Honest steel that usually makes 140 or better to start. Why would a run start and only be 100 proof to start and only make around a gallon or on 15s of mash? Well, you got
Lot of
several
reasons.
things going on there. First of all, if it's dropped that much, you may have had it. If you don't have a hydrometer, you probably should invest in one. Your mash probably was pretty weak as far as alcohol content. It may not have had as much as the one where you usually get 140 on.
Mm.
temperature, shouldn't have too much of an impact on it because it's colder. So that'd probably be more reflux, would make it go higher. So being lower just means you got more water in it somehow.
Yeah.
And
Or his ABV wasn't up high when he started.
yeah, that's what I'm
When
Now,
thinking. You
mashed in.
probably
is it-
started with the low ABV.
Is it also possible that it might have gotten an infection and the lacto might have eaten the alcohol?
Right. That's possible.
I have had that
Or
happen.
sometimes, I've seen people with little leaks on their steel and they didn't even know it, and they're coming off low, and it's just a little steam kicking out and they didn't even see it.
Yeah, I've noticed when I drain my thumper while I'm in the middle of a run, I lose a lot of my volume.
Well, it's not lost; it's just accumulating. It's
Well, no,
just
I mean when
accumulating.
when I open my valve up to drain my thumper out
Right.
before I start reinfusing, it seems like
Oh
I
yeah,
get
that's why
a
you need that bypass instead of letting it just go out into the air. Because you lose quite a bit that way.
well, it's kind of hard to run a bypass from my. Well, what would I do?
Yeah,
There?
it can make some tasty stuff, but it can also eat up your
Lose
alcohol.
Yeah.
lose quantity.
Yeah, lactic acid is a natural byproduct of the fermentation process, and that's what gives you the lactobacillus infection. And it's not bad to have, but you want to have it late in the fermentation. Early on, like Damon was telling you, it competes with the sugars, and
Yeah.
you want all that, making your ethanol, and then towards the end, you can let it finish up with a lacto. But once you get one, you really need to clean your equipment really good the next time because you don't want to start with one,
Early.
and or else you end up with a mash that may be low ABV.
You may start with
Jump in the if you're in the Moonshine Militia page, man, jump in there and if not, I see you're on YouTube. Get on Facebook, look up Moonshine Militia, and join us, and we can give you more detailed explanations. We can post some links, we can post some pictures, and love to help anybody that has any questions. Come there, we can take care of you.
All right, I got an update on David Dance.
Okay.
He just messaged me back. Says he's still doing good. He's waiting on surgery. It's scheduled for January 14th.
Wow.
He's been in the hospital for the last week doing getting pre-surgery testing done.
Right.
So he's still doing good right now.
Yeah, good.
Good.
Yeah.
They will be doing surgery on me after the 20th of January. I'm not going to let them do surgery before the 20th.
You got to be there for that.
Well, deer season isn't over till January 20th, so every day I can get in.
I thought you wanted to be there for the inauguration. That's why.
Yeah.
No. January 20th is the end of the season, so I told them anytime after January 20th we can do it. On the 14th, I got to go to court for that freaking ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, Thomas, jump in there, and we need more specifics. We can get more specifics on exactly what you're mashing.
Yep.
The amounts of each. If you don't have a hydrometer, we can kind of help you on how to read that and use it if you need help, and how to bump up your mashes if you don't get good conversions and things like that. We can give you all the tips, tricks, and answers, and get you on the right track, man.
All right,
Enjoy that as much as anything. Yeah,
I'm gonna jump off here.
Yeah, I'm 1 2 2. It's a pretty good Wednesday session. I'm sorry for those that are on here that we didn't get to your questions. It was kind of like a Saturday show. We had the guests. We had some some events, some festivals and things going on this weekend and early January that I wanted to get out there because these guys are busy. Dan and Alfredo, both busy as hell. So, I wanted to get them on here, if I could, so we could go over all that and help those guys out and keep everybody informed as to what's going on.
Yep.
Hey, who do you think's gonna win that fight between Rigsby and Brown?
Brown.
I do too.
You think?
I think Brown will take it.
Brown.
I don't know, man.
We ought to start a bet board.
Yeah, we should.
$5 a
Should.
square. How
We'll
round
do
it?
we'll do pull tabs.
Well, you know,
Yeah, there
from
you
my
go.
understanding now, I shouldn't be giving up any clues, but from my understanding, the last time they had the duked it out Rigsby one-handedly. So just FYI.
Yeah.
I'll take on the winner.
Yeah. Well, you
I
know,
don't know about my rabbit punches though.
I think what's his name was looking for somebody to fight. He could probably take him pretty easily.
Who's
Silcat.
that?
What's his name?
Brian Silcat.
No, the
Silcat and I
Justice
are same height, you know. In my chair and him standing up.
There you go.
What's that Justice boy's name?
Joe Justice.
No, he's the cool one. Dylan. That's his name. Dylan.
Oh, Joe Justice.
Dylan. He was looking for somebody to fight. I think he was
Dylan Justice.
challenged.
Isn't he from little? Isn't that Little Sturge?
Yeah, it's Little Sturge. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's Little Sturge.
gotcha. All right,
Yeah.
I'm out.
All right, later, brothers.
All right, brother.
Love
Good
y'all.
seeing
Have a good
you.
one.
Take it
Love you,
easy out
brother.
there,
You
everybody.
going to Florida tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, mañana.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
Yep.
I'm driving straight there, partying, driving straight back.
well, Friday I'll be on the road, and you know maybe we can jump on the shit show Friday evening with.
I won't be there. I won't be able to. I'm not going to be on this week again.
You're not going to jump on your phone.
No, I won't be on there again.
No lounging.
Nope. I got shit to do on Friday night.
Okay. Well, Friday night, I guess maybe.
Is that what
Saturday
you're
night.
calling her now?
Yeah. Roger, you're gonna have to hold down the fort Saturday, man.
This Saturday,
Yeah.
Terry's son's
Yeah.
coming up
Huh?
from North Carolina. Terry's son will be here from North Carolina.
Okay.
Him and his
well,
girlfriend. We're doing
Oh
Christmas.
man, I was hoping.
we
I was
can't-
hoping
yeah,
to come
we
home
gotta have
Saturday.
Consistency, man. We got.
We're
gotta
doing
be on the
Christmas.
show. Well, I ain't doing Christmas. No. Let's see.
No, I said-
what are those dates? Let's look real quick. Okay, 25th is Christmas Day. We will not be having a Wednesday Q&A
I'll be live.
next Wednesday.
I'll be live on Wednesday night
Are you gonna do it?
for the Shine Talking Shots. I'll be all alone, but I'll be here. Like this.
Somebody will show
I
up.
don't know. If I ain't got nothing going on, I might jump in here, but I'm just not expecting a lot of the crowd. Spend time with family.
Yeah, we'll see
And
how things work out. I'll Friday night. Friday night's gonna be no bueno for me. Saturday, actually Friday night. I don't know. We'll see. I may stop. I may jump in for a minute or two on the shit
Yeah.
show. Saturday night's no bueno. Sunday I'm driving home. The week after that, I should be free and clear to be able to do getting back into the roll of things.
Right.
To the normal things. I got to start recording my horror podcast again. I'm putting together a end of the year 2024 and review of horror movies.
Cool.
I just got a bunch of shit to do.
Did you check any of those out from that list of?
No, because I never wrote it down and you didn't send it to me.
I've got
So,
it down here somewhere. I'll text it to you sometime.
all right, man.
All right, brother. Y'all take it
Later.
easy.
All right.
And for everybody out there, I guess we'll see you for sure Friday. I guess Phil Billy will run it and Tom. And then
Yeah.
Saturday, hopefully Roger can log on and do something. Maybe not. He can bring his
It's also the end of the year. We'll see. I mean, we finally got some stuff figured out on how to actually get it going properly. But it's also the end of the year. It's Christmas season,
right.
so it's going to be kind of
Yeah, I've noticed fewer people, but
yeah, it's going to be kind of We'll get it worked out.
yeah.
We'll get something.
There you go.
Late. We'll see.
Well, Roger, let me know Saturday if you're gonna be on, and I'll try
Yeah, I'll
to
let
do
you know.
remote from where we are and while we're hanging out.
I love y'all.
Me and Dan and Michael.
Love y'all, brother.
Love you, brother. Y'all take it easy.
Later.
All right.
Good seeing everybody.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all Friday night on the shit show.
Have a good one, Santa.
I know.